Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. My name is Martyn Lucas. I go live up to 10 hours a day. We aim to be the most honest, real YouTube channel on YouTube. Today, FOMC, Jerome Powell. We are ready. We are braced. It's going to be one of the most dramatic broadcast from Jerome Powell we've ever seen. It doesn't necessarily mean that the markets will react dramatically. The markets don't know which way to go. But I'm prepared and I'm predicting a red day. I want a red day. Green's great. If it keeps going up, I'm fully invested anyway. Just keep making money. However, the markets are overvalued, overpriced. We've got inflation. Inflation has peaked. It is coming down. The bottom of the market was in December for me. No question about it. I've been calling it now for nearly 4 months. The bottom was December. For me, my portfolio, it was. Stand by that. I'm still up this year, looking great. In fact, year to date now, you can see my year to date position is 7.27. So, and while I've been growing, I've been adding to the bottom when we get all-time lows. So my portfolio has bottomed. But however, let's get ready. I want it to go down 20%. I've got buy orders on 9 positions. This is my position on my overall brokerage account. I've got about $1,000 in of buying power available. It only shows 27 because it's all there ready to buy the dips. And here's my Roth IRA, $1,800 in my buying power. I've got more ammunition than I've ever had on any FOMC report, and I've got $1.5 grand already earmarked for buys as well. So I've got about $3 grand available. So I'm ready to go. I'm expecting a 20%. I hope we get a 20%. I don't think we will, to be honest. That's extremely unlikely. I don't think the markets know which way to go. But my all-time high, look, 49 grand. Just about 49 grand, which is an all-time high for me. All-time high. I bought some more Virgin Galactic in the last few moments. Let's get straight into it. Okay, here we go. It's showtime. We've got the Grim Reaper waiting to come on. If you've just turned up, here he is, Jerome Powell, waiting in the wings. There we go. As the moment he comes on stage, I will bring it to you. Half an hour before he comes on stage, we will get the rate hike. Most people expect 0.25, but it's what he says during the meeting that is important. It's what he says during the meeting. That'll be everything. All right, let's bring up the information that you need. All the links below for all my free stocks. If you want to know what I'm investing before I invest in it, then you can. I put it on Twitter and StockWits and in my Discord. If you want to get all those links and follow me in all those places, links are all below. Okay, let's get straight to it. I did a trade this morning at 6 a.m. I was up at 5, ready and acting already. Okay. Let's move. Virgin Galactic. This is my position now. I've just bought some more, making my way up to 4,000 shares. I've now got 286, so I've gained nearly a third of my shares, 30% increase over the last few days. I've now have an average 409. It's a new all-time low. For me, 409. I'm not buying any more until I see it go way under 4. I still anticipate 3. I've been saying it consistently for months. And unlike other YouTubers, I go live every day to back up what I say with my real money every single day. This is not financial advice. This is what I'm doing with my real money, my real shares, and all of you are sharing equally your live trades. Now, I ran a poll throughout before I started, saying I've changed my jacket. Am I wearing red or green? And 60% of you said red. There you go. Let's end that now because you can all see I'm in red. Okay, let's get ready to rock and roll. Okay, let's. Oh, Sid, I need to clarify that. I've opened and closed my position on Virgin many, many times. I originally bought at $35. I've lost thousands on Virgin Galactic. Again, when people have a go at me going, oh, you said buy it, you said sell it, looking at a thumbnail, making business decisions based upon a thumbnail. Ridiculous, but that's what some people do. I've lost thousands on Virgin Galactic, but I've sold out completely because I knew it was going lower and bought back in. So even though my average is 409, my actual average is way above that because I've sold out and started again. And if you keep one share, if you sell out, it doesn't. Remember, when you buy, it adjusts the average. It doesn't adjust the average when you sell. So if you want to do that, you need to keep an Excel sheet and write everything down. But it doesn't matter where the past is. It doesn't matter where the stock used to be. It's where it's going. But I just want you to know I've lost a lot more. It looks like he's only down $22. No, I'm down thousands on Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic has done nothing but go down since I bought it. Anyway, just want you to know that, because if you watch all my videos, you'll know that anyway. Everything's live in front of you. Okay, so if you've just tuned in, it'd be really, really great if you could smash the like button. We've got 44 watching, 18 likes. Smash the like button. It shares it to more people. We get more people in the show when you share the video, and we can get more great guests on. And of course, as always, click subscribe. If you want to talk and be on the screen, you have to be a subscriber. Then you can we can share your comments on the screen, and you can chat in the live chat. Okay. Let's have a look at this. Already past the point of no return. JP Morgan says the US is probably headed for a recession as economic engines are about to turn off. Evening all, said Dave Mottram. Looking sharp. Thank you very much indeed, Sid. Thanks a lot. 2% inflation target. Grim Reaper. That's it. That's what we need. Space closing in on $4. Yes. People don't like it. I don't understand why people who are fans of, I know, because they're fans of the stock. It's like Tesla boys, Tesla fanboys. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not a fan of anything other than you guys. I'm here for you, the audience. But I'm here as an investor. And the stock doesn't care you own it. Richard Branson's a nice bloke. I've worked for Richard Branson, Sir Richard Branson, on Virgin Experiences. He's a nice bloke. But he doesn't care about you, not because he doesn't care. He doesn't know you, and he's not interested in what retail investors are doing, scalping the stock. He doesn't care about that. He cares about the product, the team, the management, everybody who works at Virgin Galactic, and his family and friends, and he's a nice bloke. However, people message me and go, Richard Branson's a great bloke, he won't let it fail, and it's a great company. All that is rubbish. All that is sentiment of nonsense. The stock doesn't know you own it, doesn't care. If you lose all your money, he'll never come and say sorry. It's just business. Don't look at it with emotion. It makes no difference at all. That's a great average, still at 490. I'm still averaging down my space. Low fives currently. Jeffrey Diamond. Hi, says Dick Jones. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I haven't sold out yet. Exactly. If you'd sold and bought back, you'd be at an average of 402, right? So it's people get all carried away with the average. It doesn't mean a great deal. You need to know the depth behind it. Yo, says Dick Jones, the most stable stock I own is Procter & Gamble. Mine's J&J. It's actually the same structure. According to CME FedWatch, as of 8 a.m. Eastern Time on February 22nd, 86% of participants expect a 25 hike at the meeting. Looking good, special occasion. He's a fan of making money. Indeed, I am. But my priority is, as always, if you focus on your audience, money takes care of itself. I can earn millions of dollars from YouTube if I focus on my members rather than just focusing on making videos and making money. Focus on the quality, focus on you, serving you up to 10 hours a day, not just making clickbait videos, but making content, providing content live for you. That's how I'll make $1 million, and that's how I'll invest it in the stock market. It's not about the money, it's about the people. Focus on the people. You are the people. It's what's all that matters to me. All right, okay. FOMC, there it is. We're waiting for it. We will have the rate in 20 minutes' time, and then we'll go live to the speech after we get the information, okay? We've got a bit of a way to go yet, so stick with me. I want to go first. I'm always first to go live. For me, it's important. And build up an audience and be here answering the questions. That's why I'm here. All right. Okay. Let's see how we go this afternoon. Let's see how big a show we get this afternoon. Starting at 6,865. Let's see if we can get to 6,900 during one show. We had 6,000 watchers once. about a year ago. Let's see how we can go. If you've just tuned in, there's 49 watching. Please smash the like button. It helps enormously for my channel to grow. I provide this entertainment free every single day. Just smash the like, and it makes a huge difference to me. Appreciate it very much. Okay, we're waiting for Fed Jerome Powell to take the stage. Let's have a look. That's the noise. Sounds. What's the noise? Sounds like a fan. Oh yeah, here we go again. Here we go again, talking about the bloody fan noise. All right, 402, Virgin Orbit, 60. We got a notification there from Robinhood. Stock has recently experienced elevated volatility. No surprise there. It's just a warning for retail investors. Autocorrect ruins my jokes. It does. What's the noise? Sounds like a fan. Yes, autocorrect. Rivian bouncing up and down. Scalp trading. Tesla 196.28. Apple. Do you want me to show you my my buy orders? Anybody want to see all my buy orders? What I'm buying, what I'm selling, what I'm doing. All right. Full transparency. Don't have to do this. I just choose to do it. All right. So this is my overall position. All the money in the world, other than 1,500 in my savings, 1,500 in my checking account. All the money is here, so you know what I've got. There's my buying power. I've got orders placed to buy Virgin Orbit on my brokerage, not my Roth anymore. It's not a long-term play anymore. It's moved. It's moved. It's category for me. At 44 cents. Here is my Roth IRA, 1,800 left, unassigned cash, and I've also got $1.5 grand, so I've got about $3 grand in here to deploy. And where's it all going? Right, 48.9, all-time highs. Where's it going? Let me bring up my orders, and I will show you where I'm spending it. Let's have a little look. It's in here, the history, my orders. There you go. Let me share with you my orders on the screen. Okay, so we've got dividends coming out, of course, from Coca-Cola. Nice indeed. We've got. Let's have a look. There's my deposit I just made a few moments ago. Virgin Orbit buy at 44. Amazon buy at 88. Tesla 150. VU 5% below my all-time low. J&J 151. Ethereum 1,500. We are about to get Bitcoin drop to $20,000 potentially. Ali Tisro is banking on it and has actually said to me, if it does, he makes a lot of money. I'm not going to share with you how much he said unless he wants to tell me in the chat, but it's a lot of money, and he said he would give a huge donation to the show if he does. So let's look at Bitcoin. We're expecting Bitcoin to go down to $20,000. It's already had a drop there. You can see it's had a drop from 28.7 down to 28.4. Let's see what it does. We're watching it very closely today. I've been saying it consistently forever that I'm expecting Bitcoin to go to $15,000. And I stand by that. That's where my average is. That hasn't changed either. Consistency is what it's all about, right? Okay, here we go. The portfolio is coming up. It's looking good. 15 minutes ago, Virgin Galactic. I've just bought some more. Virgin Orbit. Waiting for it to go to 44 cents. Rivian, Tesla, Lucid. We're all ready. Let me go over to Bloomberg. My feed here. Look at the ticker here for any news that I should bring to you. I'm watching my Bloomberg feed. You said 10,000. I don't get changing it now. Andrew Grady, bloody hell. No one knows. It's only a best guess, isn't it? It's only a best guess based on averages, based on numbers, facts, looking at people's reaction, greed, how much money people have lost, the fact that when it pops up, people will sell it and drop it back down. Remember, very few people actually own Bitcoin when you think about it. There's most of the money is in a handful of wallets, and they know they can drop it all the way back down to $5 grand, really, and then buy it straight back up. They know they can do that. Think about it. If you're a whale with billions and billions of dollars in Bitcoin, right, and you're up 1,000,000%, you bought it, when it was when it was a few bucks. You know that you can dump it, and you can bring the market right back down, and you can buy it back in again, and it will go back up again. It's free money for the whales. They can do it at any point. So I'm aware of that. Most people don't think about that. They just think, oh, it's going to go up forever because BitBoy says it is. And cryptos are us and all these people. Well, the reality is greed will set in, fear will set in. The countdown to the Fed is begun. We're ready to rock and roll. These are the markets. We're going to cover it all live. You're not going to miss anything with me today. This is the best place to be to watch it because this is the only channel. The only channel. If you go anywhere else, you won't be able to take part. I've opened up the broadcast lounge. Not only are you going to watch the official broadcast, which you can watch anywhere, but what you can do here is call into the show via Discord. You can be on the show. I will answer everyone's questions. I will share with my real trades. No one else is going to do that, all right? No one else is going to do that. So you are in the best place. Okay, let's get ready to go. Billions are lost on, so the price will never go to zero. I know what you're saying. You know what I'm talking about, Andrew. And I've got mine on my ledger. It sits on my ledger. So many people lose their ledgers. They lose their phrases. Happens all the time. The best thing to ever happen to crypto was FTX collapsing. It was the best thing to ever happen because it woke people up. People realized, oh, I can lose all my money. I better put it on a ledger. Then what happens? They're a human being. What do? They lose their ledgers. Where's my ledger gone? I can't find it. Hey, wife, where's my ledger? Don't know. I vacuumed it up the other day and threw it in the bin. Bloody hell, I've got $10 million on there. And then that, as you say, that'll never go to zero then, right? Because no one will ever sell it. Makes perfect sense. And that's why if you keep buying lower, you're guaranteed no stress. You can hold it forever. Okay, let's bring everybody up to date with our first commercial break. I'll see you back in just a few moments. Okay, if you saw an ad, you can skip it. Might be worth considering turning off your captions because it will look way out of time for new viewers. I can't, well, first of all, I can't turn it off once we've started streaming. And it's only 30 seconds. And if they're watching it live, it makes the difference, really. Anyway, I can't turn it off now. Bloody wives. That's funny. All right, we're getting ready. Here's our overall position right now. We're watching the S&P. We're basically watching everything so you don't have to, right? I'll bring it all to you. We've got 10 minutes to go before the announcement. Once the announcement comes, the market will react. We'll get an initial reaction, but I don't know what the market's going to do. I don't think the market knows what it's going to do. JC Muller, watching from the Philippines, please do join us here on YouTube. We only ever get scammers and bots on Facebook, so come and join us on YouTube. If you're over there on TikTok and you want to talk to my traders, want to talk to my investors, you want to call into the show, you want to see all my trades in detail, you can't see none of that on TikTok. Links in the profile, youtube.com/@Martyn Lucas Investor. Be very careful. There are hundreds on TikTok that pretend to be me. They're not me. They always try and contact you and sell you stuff. I never contact you. I never sell you anything. And I'm always live. And I don't do follow for follow. So if I follow you and try to be your friend, it's not me. Okay? Join me on YouTube. Talk to our real investors, our real traders. Links in the profile right up there. Okay, here we go. 30 seconds is a lifetime today, but fair enough. I appreciate the input. Please send me your link, sir. Okay, but it won't appear. It won't appear on Facebook if I write it here. I will try and find you on YouTube on Facebook. Okay, I'll try and find you. Where are you? On my Facebook page or profile? Where are you watching? I'll come and hunt for you. Jose, JC Muller. Let's have a look. Let me see if I can find you. I think you're on my page. Jose, I don't really know where you are, I'm afraid. Anyway, you're coming from Facebook somewhere. I can't hunt around Facebook. I'm trying to find you, but I don't really know where you are. You could be anywhere on Facebook right now. I've got multiple pages, multiple websites, multiple streams going out. I see you. I found you. Okay. Here we go. Let me give you the link now. So I'm replying to you. So hopefully you'll come on in. Here we go. I'm replying to you, JC Muller. I'm giving you the link to my YouTube channel. There you go. Okay. And anybody else can see it there. Just posted on Facebook. Azza Ecker as well wants me to give them the link. It's below every video, but I will make it as simple for you as possible. There you go. I've given both of you the link now. I hope that helped. Okay. Gregorio Rincon as well, watching from, where are you watching from? Is that Colombia? Or it could be, is that Mexico? No. Oh, that's Russia, isn't it? It's Russia. Hello there. Got to have some friends from Russia joined us. There we go. Let me give you as well the link to YouTube, because we only get scammers and bots on Facebook. If you want to be part of the main show, there is the YouTube link. Okay, let's go back. I need to focus now back on YouTube again. This is our home. Hopefully you'll come and join us here. All right, so we've got 7 minutes to go. We are covering the FOMC report live. You can call into the show. You can be part of the show. It's going to be a very busy afternoon today for my moderators. So please watch very closely. We got Pakistan now has just come in. We're getting a global audience today coming from all around the world. Venezuela. You're from Venezuela. Oh, I see. You were showing I thought a Russian plaque there for the moment. But welcome to you from Venezuela. Thank you so much indeed. It's going to be a massive day today. Thank you, Leah. If my moderators could get busy. It's going to be a huge afternoon. One of our biggest ever shows, I think. Okay, we're coming up to 6 minutes to go. This is what we're covering this afternoon. Jerome Powell in the house, live on the show. Would all my members, please, all my family, put all the cities and countries in, please. Welcoming all our members, all our guests. We're going to have people from all around the world come in today because we go out in 13 different languages. Anyone can call in, so we're expecting a big turnout today. Let's see what happens. We're watching the S&P. This is my overall portfolio. This is all my money here for you now. There's a Roth IRA. There's my overall position. I'm bringing it up on the screen. There you go. The highest amount of money I've ever had is 49,000. So we've broke another record today. We're back up there again. You can see my Roth coming up. So it's having another go at it. I'm expecting a sell-off. I'm prepared for it. That's why I'm wearing a red jacket. New Zealand, Loy Elminger. How are you, Noy? Now then, we're just 5 minutes away from the announcement of the rate. If you want to call in, you can call in. We've got lots of things here today. If you want me to buy $1 million worth of Virgin Galactic stock, Here is the unofficial, unofficial Virgin Galactic song that I wrote. I sent it to Sir Richard Branson. There is the Virgin Galactic song in the chat. If you watch it, every time you watch it, it earns me 1 cent. All the money I earn, I will spend up to $1 million buying Virgin Galactic stock. Okay? So if you want me to buy $1 million of Virgin Galactic stock, all you got to do is listen to the Virgin Galactic song, share it, watch it again, put it on loop, do what you like. The more money I earn, the more money I spend. If you want to call in today to the show, if you want to be on the show, here is the Discord link. It's free to join our Discord. There is the Discord link right there. Okay, I'll post it twice. If you want to call in, there are many perks to our channel, including calling into the show. You can have many perks, but that's one of them. You need to be a member of our channel. There's the invitation to be a member of our channel. So if you want that, you can. And if you want to receive our weekly newsletter, it's completely free. Get all my tips and trades before I make them. I share everything I do with everybody. I tell everybody what I'm going to trade, when I'm going to trade it, how much I'm going to pay. I don't care. If you use that against me, it's fine. I'm here to help people. My aim is to grow the most honest, real YouTube channel in the world. I'm live up to 10 hours a day. That is the purpose of this channel. I make money by taking care of you. That's my aim. Not to make videos which get you to watch. Just literally go live all the time and serving you with my real money and my real trades. Okay? Here we go. Right. 2.5 minutes to go. The announcement is about to come in. If you've just turned up, please click subscribe and ring the bell. And if you could smash the like button, that would be absolutely fantastic. It really helps the channel grow. And if you smash the like button, we get more people in and we get more guests on the show and we can share with you the information. All right? Okay. We're just a few moments to go now. We're getting ready, so I'm going to be quiet just for a couple of seconds and hear from some of our members. Here we go.
Yourself some money and have fun with a great group of friends at the same time. Go for it.
Keep watching Martyn Lucas. He's a cheeky chappy from the south of England, and he's a lot of fun.
Turn on the commentary. What commentary? We're going to have the Jerome Powell speech. You're going to have everything here. All right.
I'm Kurt Wooker Jr., and I am blessed to have been on The Day Trader. Please subscribe, watch everything. Martyn is being really, really honest with you guys. It's a killer thing. So check him out. You can check me out at CoinGeek.com and GorillaPool.com. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, here we go. Some of the celebrities that have been on our show. Hoping to have Sir Richard Branson one day on our show. Okay, let's get ready to rock and roll. Here's the situation. We've got 1 minute to go. The rate announcement will be out. We've just bought more Virgin Galactic. It's down at 4.2. Virgin Orbit, we've traded our way out of it. We're watching this now. Here we go. The rate decision. Any second now. I'm going to take the timer off because we'll get it any second. "30 seconds. Watch the markets move. The markets don't know which way to go. We've got buy orders to buy about 10% of my portfolio at all-time lows, if that happens. Virgin Galactic, yes, I hope to be on Virgin Galactic. I'm going there myself. And I'll buy up to $1 million worth of Virgin Galactic. If you watch the Virgin Galactic song, the money I make from that, I will spend it on up to $1 million on the stock. Okay, here we go. Rate decision imminent. Any second now. We are waiting for it. We are looking. We are listening in. And I'm watching. And Jerome Powell will take the stage in 30 minutes. We'll be there live for it. The rate is any second now. I've got my Bloomberg feed. I've got everything you need. I'm looking at it. And there we go. The markets are pumping up. That doesn't mean anything at this moment. No one knows. The S&P, oh my God. I bought more Virgin Galactic. What's Virgin Orbit going to do? That will not be affected by this. 0.25, breaking news. It's 0.25. No surprise there at all. Yep, Fed raises rates by 0.25. That's no surprise. That shouldn't upset or surprise or disappoint anyone. That's not what's important. What's important is what he says in a few minutes' time. Right, let's have a quick listen in, and I'll bring some information. He will go live on the stage in about 25 minutes. We will have it live. You will have everything. We're watching right now. I bought more Virgin Galactic at 4:03, so that's good. If you see an ad, you can skip the ad. Okay, now then. We are going to be going over to Jerome Powell as soon as he takes the stage. This is where we'll be going. It's not there yet, but I can have a quick listen in and see what's going on. My portfolio is up. My Roth IRA is up. My overall position. Yep, I've got a new all-time high. Here we go. Hang on a minute. What's happened there? We've got, that's an all-time high, that's an all-time high, that's an all-time high. There you go. There you go. $49,145. We might even make $45,000. However, it's what the market does with this information. Miss Traders just got a $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much indeed for that. Let's put you on the screen. Thank you so much indeed for your Miss Traders. Thank you so much indeed. Welcome to the channel. If you become a member of my channel, I can put you on the homepage of my YouTube channel and promote your channel and get everyone to subscribe to you. Everybody will subscribe to your channel if I ask them. It's what we do. So we're going to go over now to Jerome Powell will speak in 26 minutes. We will cover it live. But first of all, I want to thank Miss Traders for sending me in a wonderful tip. That's very, very kind of you. Put your name on the screen. If you become a member, we'll put you on the homepage and I'll get everyone to subscribe to you. Thanks ever so much. Cheers. Thanks ever so much indeed, Miss Traders. All right, okay. Let's zoom on in here a minute. Let's have a little listen in to what Bloomberg are telling me.
The 10-year down about 9 basis points to 351.85. I'm sure based on that, you can guess on where the euro is. Euro dollar through 108, 108.27, positive 5 or 0.6%. So Lisa, 25, but the median dot, I went straight to that, onto their website. Looked at the projection material, 2023, the median dot, 5.1%.
And they removed reference to the ongoing increases in rates, even though they said that perhaps things were going to get a little marginally tighter. So right now, markets are reading this as dovish at a time when they still are hiking rates. And a lot of people were saying they should potentially cut rates. So perhaps because this could be a victory, is that what the Fed wants to see? Is this clear what the Fed wants to see?
I'll say what I often say. This is a four-part act. So you've got the decision, the statement, the forecast, the news conference still to come. I would suggest that maybe the news conference is the most important act of the whole play.
Exactly. It's all about what he says. This is a great start to the reaction, but this is not what it's all about. We shall get that information very, very soon, okay? So we're holding on. We'll wait and see how this pans out. We are ready. We are ready to go. We are optimistic. We are happy. We're making money. I still expect it's a swing down, and I hope it goes down 20%. Let's read here. Jeffrey Diamond, the 22. The unsaid is just as important as what is said. Absolutely right. Okay, let's have a look. Fed medium view of Fed funds rate at end of 2024, 4.3%, previous 4.1. So there you go. Rates are still going up. Now then, let's check how that affects our stocks. I bought more Virgin Galactic. My overall portfolio has come up. Very nice indeed. We are now at all-time highs. We might even make $50,000. I've never had so much money in my entire life. This is more money than I've ever had at any point in my life. 49,238. Very, very exciting. However, I do expect it to drop. And if it does, that's exactly what I want it to do, because I want to buy more shares at new all-time lows. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and it doesn't matter. Okay, 25 minutes to go, and we'll have Fed Jerome Powell live on the show. Let me open up now then. If you have just gone into Discord, do you want to call in? Do you want to be on the show? Do you want to ask questions? Do you want to say hello to everybody? The broadcast lounge is open. If you go into welcome all and say hello, you can. It takes 10 minutes to get through to our Discord because we have a secure server. Let me give it to you again. Let me give you all the links. Here's the Virgin Galactic song. If you want me to spend up to $1 million on Virgin Galactic, there is the Virgin Galactic song. I report every day on how it's doing, and the money it earns I spend on Virgin Galactic stocks. I don't sit on a beach. I spend it on a stock that you're interested in, okay? If you want to join in Discord, you want to call into the show, there is Discord in the chat. I've given it to you there. See it twice. And if you want to be a YouTube member and you want to call in and get all the perks and the benefits of this channel, here is the invitation to join. Now, we are meeting at the New York Stock Exchange later on this year. Every year we have a convention. It's members only, and that's another one of the perks. We met last year in England. It was a great success, and we're doing it again this year at the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, here we go. 36,836. Looking good. I'd rather it go down, not because I've got options. I don't do options. I don't do anything like that. However, we'd like to see it go down so I can buy more of everything. If not, I can hold cash, because there will be days when it will come again, and the stocks will come to me. As George Clooney says, the fish will gather again for the Andrea Gale. All right. Just before they sank to the bottom of the ocean. Anyway, shouldn't laugh at that. Okay, let's moving swiftly on. The portfolio is still going up. Oh my gosh, we're at 49,233 now. We're breaking new ground. Virgin Orbit, I'm ready to buy it back at 44 cents. We scalped our way out of that. Rivian, I'm buying nothing when it goes up. Absolutely nothing when it goes up. I'm only buying stocks when they go down. I've already bought in. I'm now up 1.72 on a 5,000 investment on Amazon. McDonald's, you want to buy it when it goes lower. Coca-Cola, I want to buy it at 59. J&J, I want to buy it at 152. Will you pay for my flight to the US, Martin? Dick Jones, unfortunately, no. I won't. I will help you to hopefully make the money to buy the flight to the US, and I'll buy you a pint when you get here. But that's about as good as it gets. All right. Okay. Moving swiftly along. Google, Microsoft. We're waiting for Jerome Powell to take the stage. If you've just tuned in and you're thinking, when is Jerome Powell going to speak? He's going to speak in 20 minutes' time. This is the broadcast. We will go live to it. I won't speak during the broadcast, and we'll have Jerome Powell on the show. Yes, special guest of mine. It's only on my show, it's on nobody else's. You know how that goes, right? Okay. I need to get started. You do need to get started, Dick Jones. I started with $5,000 and now I'm about to hit $50,000. Absolutely. The biggest investment, though, I ever made was in myself. I went live 10 hours a day when nobody was watching for the first year for free, earning nothing, investing in myself, building up the channel to get to where we are today. We're still tiny. I still only make a few bucks a day, literally about $5 a day, but we're growing every day. And we're starting to, make some gains now. Everything's going into the stock market. I keep buying on the way down, and we're doing all right. Okay, let's have a quick look at how we've grown this afternoon. What's going on? What are people searching? We've got 20 minutes to go. We've had 253 come through the show. 6,866 now. We're moving up. I'm trying to get to 6,900 during the show. All right, we've got 53 watching, 35 likes. Smash the like button. It'd be absolutely great if you'd smash the like button. We'd really appreciate that. It'd really help the channel if you could. Virgin Galactic, what this thing does. Eddie, that makes no sense. What does that mean? Virgin Galactic, what this thing does. I wish I knew what you meant. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. We get a lot of bots and scammers, I'm afraid, on Facebook. I give them my link to come to YouTube. Hardly any do. So we can't verify these comments, I'm afraid, sadly. But there you go. Fed funds, future traders see a 62% chance of 25 basis points hike in May. Fed funds futures traders see a 62% chance of 25 basis points hike in May. All right. Okay. What's going on? Here he is, Ali Tisro. What's going on? A lot's going on, Ali Tisro. And how are you this afternoon, Ali? Oh no, what? It's going up. I know, I know. You were betting it going down, wasn't you? You are still betting it's going down. Well, it's early days. Early days. I know you were hoping for a 0.5. There wasn't much chance of that though. Bitcoin is 28. Ali is banking on Bitcoin going to $20,000 today, and if it does, there's a big payout coming. However, at the moment, it hasn't happened. But as you know, and I know, and everybody here knows, it's what Jerome Powell says in 15 minutes' time, which is what's important. That's what we're looking out for. All right, and we're waiting for that. The Fed, some additional policy firming may be appropriate. FOMC vote was unanimous. All right, I'm looking at it right now. It's a 0.25, and we are waiting now to see which way this goes. I still think it will go down. That's what we are expecting. That's what we are planning. Eddie Anch says, can you give me some information about Virgin Galactic? What do you want to know? Come on into YouTube and I will answer any question I can. But I can't help you over there on Facebook. We're getting some of my members now come on the screen. We've got Swangen from Norway. Super chat. Hi, Martyn. How are you? Thank you for the support, Swangen. That's very, very kind of you. Zach, 22 just subscribed. Thank you. Super chat. Member, when you said you would buy me some Virgin stock out of $1 million. I don't remember that, but if I get $1 million to buy Virgin Galactic from the Virgin Galactic song, Paul B, remind me, I'll buy you some Virgin Galactic stock. There you go, it's in print. I've said it live on the show. Fantastic. I want to thank our members here for giving me a wonderful super chat. First of all, we have all the way from Norway. There we go. Thank you very much indeed. And we have also Paul B. Paul B has just donated a wonderful tip as well. Thank you, Paul B. Appreciate that very much indeed. Thank you ever so much indeed. Thank you, guys. All right. Put it in perspective. The banks were in trouble. 0.25% lower. What do you think will happen now? Powell will be keen to stress how solid the banks are when he speaks. Paul B. Paul B, I will give you some Virgin Galactic stock when I get $1 million to buy Virgin Galactic stock. No question about it. All right, here comes the selling on SPY. Here it comes. Okay, we are ready. We're prepared. And we are waiting for Jerome Powell. This is why you don't buy a pump. You already gamblers buy pumps. Speculative, crazy lunatics running around buy pumps. What you do is you invest, do research. It's boring. You read, you study, you decide what's going to go up in the future. You buy when it's down. And then when it goes up, you ride it up and you trim off the top. That's all you do. Hike, is this correct? 25 basis points is correct. Uda Kumar Reddy, that is correct. Come on, join us on YouTube and it'd be wonderful to have you here. Okay, it's youtube.com/@Martyn Lucas Investor. We are live right now. Okay, fantastic stuff. Just 15 minutes to go now. 15 minutes to go now before Jerome Powell takes the seats. Date saved. 20. What was it? Date saved and this video. Paul B's gone right. Because I reckon he's going to make $1 million the way this channel's growing. I'm going to make sure that I get my free shares. Don't worry, mate. It's coming. All right, it's coming. Okay, let's bring everybody up to date. And I always take care of my mates, and I always take care of the people that were here at the beginning. And Paul B has his gold badge. He's been here for over 12 months as a member. Fan-flipping-tastic. All right. Just a few minutes ago now. I'm a speculator these days, and I think anyone who is mad enough to get involved in this market has to class themselves as one too. No, I don't see that at all. I don't see that because I'm looking at a long-term position. I don't care what the markets do today. Remember, the price on the screen has nothing to do with what the company is doing. Virgin Galactic is now at $4. $4. I said it would go to $3. I've just bought a little bit more, waiting to buy more as it goes down. That's exactly what I said it would do. Let's read some of these questions. Don't chase gains. Don't chase gains. Thank you very much. You're very, very welcome. US banking system suffered due to 19th century outdated policies from the US Fed. Eddie Anch, that's what he says. Investors, stay out of this nonsense. Well, I regard myself as an investor. We can agree to disagree on that then. All right, we've got 13 and a half minutes to go. If you've just tuned in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you very much indeed. Very exciting afternoon. You win it. You win whichever way you play it. If you're sensible, and that's what it's all about. See the market for what it is. Don't want it to be something it isn't. Don't be surprised if it dumps on you. Just do your research. Don't want something just because it sounds cool or someone tweets about it. The other most YouTube channels, remember, that you get information from are there to sell the video to make the money. This channel does the very opposite. I tell you what I'm doing with my real money. Somebody this morning, can you believe this, Paul? Somebody this morning, this is an absolute true fact. This morning, I can't believe it. I put out a video about the 3 million shares. This video here, the 3 million shares. See the thumbnail here? I put this video out this morning. I think it was last night, about 3 million shares, and the thumbnail, remember, is a book. Is a cover of a book. It tells you it suggests what's in the video. 3 million shares. You see it? One guy messaged me on YouTube and he said to me, I have just bought Virgin Orbit when it pumped up, not when it was at the bottom like I did it. When it pumped up, because you said so, and now it's gone down. And you said 3 million shares were bought. And I replied to him respectfully, after he said a load of horrible things as well, which I can't repeat. And I said, first of all, did you watch the video? No. He did later on. He came back and watched the video. No. So I said, you made a financial decision based upon a YouTube thumbnail. You didn't even watch the video. And even if you did watch the video, you would have, if you'd watched the video, you'd have found out I said I tried to buy 3 million shares. I tried to buy the company yesterday. I tried to buy Virgin Galactic. It was 400 million shares. And there was only 3 million shares available. And I couldn't buy it. I didn't have enough buying power. Surprise, surprise. So that was the video. So if you'd watched the video, you'd known exactly what it was. But you've already decided to rant and rave to me on YouTube, telling me that I'm an idiot and whatever, and you didn't even watch the video. And said, 2, this isn't financial advice. And if you're making financial decisions on a thumbnail on YouTube, then you shouldn't even be investing on the stock market. There's something wrong with you. Anyway, I wish you all the very best. But from now on, if you're going to buy shares in anything, do your research, look at the balance sheet. Do a investigation into the CEO, see what the numbers are, and then look at it and make an educated decision. Don't just look at my thumbnail and decide that's advice, that's what I'm doing. And if you do use my videos as advice, and that's fine, but remember, it's not financial advice. This is my real shares, my real money, what I am really doing. However, take the time to at least watch the bloody video, and then you would know. All right? then you would know what the video was about. Yes, to be fair, it's a nice thumbnail, and I'm getting better at making thumbnails. The idea of my thumbnail is to sell the idea behind the video. That's all the thumbnail is. It's not, oh my God. That's why so many people buy Binky Bonk coin on crypto and stuff like that. They all want to get rich in 5 minutes without doing anything, without doing any research, because they're lazy. And then they get upset when they can't make money straight away. We've got 10 minutes to go before Jerome Powell speaks. Whereas, if you invest and you read and you study and you take your time, and it's not exciting, it's boring, and it requires a lot of hard work, you go from $5,000 in a year and a half to $49,000 live on the show. There it is. I've done nothing different than anybody else. In fact, I've lost 40 grand on margin. Now I'm out of margin. So, whatever. So I've learned all the lessons, and there's the proof. And you've watched me do it live on the show. So I don't know what to tell people, like that. I try to, and I always reply, and I'm always polite, and I'm always nice, and I try to go, listen, don't make financial decisions based on a YouTube thumbnail. Anyway, whatever. Let's get ready to go. We've got 8 minutes to go, and we're bracing ourselves for what he says. If you've just tuned in, thank you very much indeed. We've got 8 minutes to go before Jerome Powell speaks. So I'm going to give you a couple of things. First of all, I go live up to 10 hours a day, every day, sharing with you my real trades, my real positions. Please click subscribe and ring the bell. If you don't ring the bell, you will miss out from the breaking news. This is how you do it. You click subscribe here. You can go and check. Turn your notifications on and set them to all. If you've not done this, you will not know when I go live, and I will tell you what I'm trading, what I'm buying, what I'm spending, what I'm paying. If you don't turn that on, you will not see it. So go and click the subscribe button and check that you've actually done that. Very, very important. Okay. If you want to be a member and get over 20 perks, we have the highest engagement rate of any channel on YouTube when it comes to live viewers who are members. 95% of our live viewers every day are members, and my members watch up to, on average, 3.5 to 4 hours a day. Every day, all day. That's the highest engagement rate of any channel on YouTube, way more than Mr. Beast, because they get back 20 times what they put in. If you want to talk to me 24/7, ask me what I'm doing. Call into the show. Anything, talk to all our traders about our top tips, what we're doing with our real money, not what others are promoting, but what we're actually doing with our real money. There is the Discord link. All right. Okay. Fantastic. And we've got just 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes to go now. And if you are interested, I was actually voted by Elton John as the world piano man. This is my music studio behind me. And if you are a member of my channel, you get to, I'll turn around, give you a wave. I get to perform Happy Birthday for you, where you get to keep the song and celebrate a special occasion for you. And if you want to check that out, it's on the homepage of my YouTube channel. There is my music channel right there. You can see me singing songs with Sir Paul McCartney and many others on my videos. There's the link if you want to go and check me out. You can. All right. I toured 195 countries as the world piano man. So if you want to go and check that out, then you can. All right. We've got just 5 minutes to go, and we'll be going live. If you'd like to also, if you're interested, if you look below all the videos, there's the all links button with all my links to all my free giveaways. I have loads of free stocks from my sponsors that I give away completely free. You can have that. If you subscribe to me for free on Twitch, using Amazon Prime Gaming, the money I get on that on the first Friday of the month, I give away as a cash prize. There you go. All that information is contained in my newsletter, which is free, and it's on the all links button. There's the all links button in the chat. There you go. Okay, I think I've covered everything. And we're just a few moments to go right now. The portfolio is looking strong. We've got a 0.25. Martyn is an amazing geezer. Lam Sung. Hello, Lam Sung. How are you? Great to hear from you. Martyn, if you buy membership, does it come with a free piano lesson? If you have a silver membership, it kind of does, because you can have a 20-minute fundraiser or a 20-minute gig concert for an anniversary, birthday, and if you want me to spend the 20 minutes showing you how to play the piano, I will, and you can have that for being a silver member. Absolutely it does. So there you go. Plus many, many other things. If you are a YouTube member, silver, you go on the homepage of the YouTube channel as well. How cool is that? So if you're a YouTuber and you want everyone to follow you, I will get everyone to subscribe to you. And if I ask them to subscribe to you, everybody will. We are the most supportive, honest, real channel on YouTube. All right? I've got 32,000 followers watching me over on TikTok. Same for you guys. If you join me on YouTube, I will promote and share your channel as well. Okay? Here we go. Is everybody ready? Do you have all your buy orders in place? Are you set? I hope you do. I hope you all have your positions in place. 3 minutes to go. Very exciting afternoon. Thank you for all the super chats. And thank you for all the memberships. Here is the all dressed well, and in fact, you look like a musician. I'm wearing a red jacket today because I want the stocks to go down 20%. That's what I want. Not because I'm in margin, not because, well, obviously in margin, but not because I'm an options trader, nothing like that. I just want to buy more. That's all. The stocks are overvalued, and I'm trying to. I'm up and everything, but I want them to go lower so I can buy more. Okay, and that's what I expect to happen. It might not happen straight away, but it'll happen. All right. Here's an invitation to join if anybody would like to be part of our family. There are many perks. The perks are there to help you, not to make me rich. They're there to help you. I'm trying to grow the best, most honest, real YouTube channel in the world. That's what it is. Okay. The S&P. Virgin Galactic, $4. If it's good, I will jump in the rest of my cash on space for a scalp to lower the average. If it's good, I will jump in. Well, I just bought some more at 402. Yes, I did. I've got 286 now. I'm going back up to 4,000 again. Virgin Orbit, no news there, you see. Nothing there. I'm waiting to buy at 44. 2 minutes to go. Fed Jerome Powell. Just a few minutes ago. Where do you get so much energy from? You guys. Easy. You guys. I love what I do. I never give up. I love life. I love all of you. And I'm excited about growing the best YouTube channel in the world. Yep. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And that excites me. Okay? Simple. And isn't life great? You live as much as you can until you don't. That's what life's all about. Okay, we are getting ready now. Here you go. I will be quiet now when this begins. We're getting ready. Very exciting afternoon. The moment this begins, you shall have it. Fed Jerome Powell is about to take the stage, and it's now time. We're just listening in, watching the markets, seeing how everything's going. Any moment now, he'll take the stage, and we'll hear what he has to say. He drinks Red Bull. Nah, I don't. I just drink tea. Good old-fashioned cup of English tea. Fed hikes rates by 0.25%. Yes, they do. 0.25. We announced that a while ago. We're now waiting for the speech. That's what it's all about right now.
Good afternoon. Before discussing today's meeting, let me briefly address recent developments in the banking sector. In the past 2 weeks, serious difficulties at a small number of banks have emerged. History has shown that isolated banking problems, if left unaddressed, can undermine confidence in healthy banks and threaten the ability of the banking system as a whole to play its vital role in supporting the savings and credit needs of households and businesses. That is why, in response to these events, the Federal Reserve, working with the Treasury Department and the FDIC, took decisive actions to protect the U.S. economy and to strengthen public confidence in our banking system. These actions demonstrate that all depositors' savings and the banking system are safe. With the support of the Treasury, the Federal Reserve Board created the Bank Term Funding Program to ensure that banks that hold safe and liquid assets can, if needed, borrow reserves against those assets at par. This program, along with our long-standing discount window, is effectively meeting the unusual funding needs that some banks have faced and makes clear that ample liquidity in the system is available. Our banking system is sound and resilient with strong capital and liquidity. We will continue to closely monitor conditions in the banking system and are prepared to use all of our tools as needed to keep it safe and sound. In addition, we are committed to learning the lessons from this episode and to work to prevent events like this from happening again. Turning to the broader economy and monetary policy, inflation remains too high and the labor market continues to be very tight. My colleagues and I understand the hardship that high inflation is causing, and we remain strongly committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal. Price stability is the responsibility of the Federal Reserve. Without price stability, the economy does not work for anyone. In particular, without price stability, we will not achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. The U.S. economy slowed significantly last year, with real GDP rising at a below-trend pace of 0.9%. Consumer spending appears to have picked up this quarter, although some of that strength may reflect the effects of swings in the weather across the turn of the year. In contrast, activity in the housing sector remains weak, largely reflecting higher mortgage rates. Higher interest rates and slower output growth also appear to be weighing on business fixed investment. Committee participants generally expect subdued growth to continue. As shown in our summary of economic projections, the median projection for real GDP growth stands at just 0.4% this year and 1.2% next year, well below the median estimate of the longer-run normal growth rate. And nearly all participants see the risks to GDP growth as weighted to the downside. Yet the labor market remains extremely tight. Job gains have picked up in recent months, with employment rising by an average of 351,000 jobs per month over the last 3 months. The unemployment rate remained low in February at 3.6%. The labor force participation rate has edged up in recent months, and wage growth has shown some signs of easing. However, with job vacancies still very high, labor demand substantially exceeds the supply of available workers. FOMC participants expect supply and demand conditions in the labor market to come into better balance over time, easing upward pressures on wages and prices. The median unemployment rate projection in the SEP rises to 4.5% at the end of this year and 4.6% at the end of next year. Inflation remains well above our longer-run goal of 2%. Over the 12 months ending in January, total PCE prices rose 5.4%, excluding the volatile food and energy categories. Excluding those, core PCE prices rose 4.7%. In February, the 12-month change in the CPI came in at 6%, and the change in the core CPI was 5.5%. Inflation has moderated somewhat since the middle of last year, but the strength of these recent readings indicates that inflation pressures continue to run high. The median projection in the SEP for total PCE inflation is 3.3% for this year, 2.5% next year, and 2.1% in 2025. The process of getting inflation back down to 2% has a long way to go and is likely to be bumpy. Despite elevated inflation, longer-term inflation expectations appear to remain well anchored, as reflected in a broad range of surveys of households, businesses, and forecasters, as well as measures from financial markets. The Fed's monetary policy actions are guided by our mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. My colleagues and I are acutely aware that high inflation imposes significant hardship as it erodes purchasing power, especially for those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials like food, housing, and transportation. We are highly attentive to the risks that high inflation poses to both sides of our mandate, and we are strongly committed to returning inflation to our 2% objective. At today's meeting, the committee raised the target range for the federal funds rate by a quarter percentage point, bringing the target range to 4.75% to 5%. And we are continuing the process of significantly reducing our securities holdings. Since our previous FOMC meeting, economic indicators have generally come in stronger than expected, demonstrating greater momentum in economic activity and inflation. We believe, however, that events in the banking system over the past 2 weeks are likely to result in tighter credit conditions for households and businesses, which would in turn affect economic outcomes. It is too soon to determine the extent of these effects, and therefore too soon to tell how monetary policy should respond. As a result, we no longer state that we anticipate that ongoing rate increases will be appropriate to quell inflation. Instead, we now anticipate that some additional policy firming may be appropriate. We will closely monitor incoming data and carefully assess the actual and expected effects of tighter credit conditions on economic activity, the labor market, and inflation. And our policy decisions will reflect that assessment. In our SEP, each FOMC participant wrote down an appropriate path for the federal funds rate based on what that participant judges to be the most likely scenario going forward. If the economy evolves as projected, the median participant projects that the appropriate level of the federal funds rate will be 5.1% at the end of this year, 4.3% at the end of 2024, and 3.1% at the end of 2025. These are little changed from our December projections, reflecting offsetting factors. These projections are not a committee decision or plan. If the economy does not evolve as projected, the path for policy will adjust as appropriate to foster our maximum employment and price stability goals. We will continue to make our decisions meeting by meeting based on the totality of the incoming data and their implications for the outlook for economic activity and inflation. We remain committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal and to keep longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Reducing inflation is likely to require a period of below-trend growth and some softening in labor market conditions. Restoring price stability is essential to set the stage for achieving maximum employment and stable prices over the longer run. To conclude, we understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country. Everything we do is in service to our public mission. We at the Fed will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals. Thank you. I look forward to your questions.
you. Colby Smith with the Financial Times. How confident is the committee that the recent stress that we've seen and you've alluded to is contained at this point, and that deposit flight among mid-sized lenders in particular has ceased?
Thanks. So I guess our view is that the banking system is sound and it's resilient. It's got strong capital and liquidity. We took powerful actions with Treasury and the FDIC, which demonstrate that all depositors' savings are safe and that the banking system is safe. Deposit flows in the banking system have stabilized over the last week. And the last thing I'll say is that we're undertaking a thorough internal review that will identify where we can strengthen supervision and regulation.
Okay, just a quick follow-up. I mean, given all of the stress and the uncertainty that you've also alluded to in the statement, how seriously was a pause considered for this meeting?
So we did consider that in the days running up to the meeting, and you see the decision that we made, which I'll say a couple things about. First, it was supported by a very strong consensus, and I'll be happy to explain why. And really it is that the intermeeting data on inflation and the labor market came in stronger than expected, and really before the recent events, we were clearly on track to continue with ongoing rate hikes. In fact, as of a couple of weeks ago, it looked like we'd need to raise rates over the course of the year, more than we'd expected at the time of the SCP in December, the time of the December meeting. We are committed to restoring price stability, and all of the evidence says that the public has confidence that we will do so, that we'll bring inflation down to 2% over time. It is important that we sustain that confidence with our actions as well as our words. So we also assess, as I mentioned, that the events of the last 2 weeks are likely to result in some tightening in credit conditions for households and businesses, and thereby weigh on demand, on the labor market, and on inflation. Such a tightening in financial conditions would work in the same direction as rate tightening. In principle, as a matter of fact, you can think of it as being the equivalent of a rate hike, or perhaps more than that. Of course, it's not possible to make that assessment today with any precision whatsoever. So our decision was to move ahead with a 25 basis point hike and to change our guidance, as I mentioned, from ongoing hikes to some additional hikes maybe, some policy firming may be appropriate. So going forward, as I mentioned, in assessing the need for further hikes, we'll be focused, as always, on the incoming data and the evolving outlook, and in particular on our assessment of the actual and expected effects of credit tightening.
Mr. Chairman, can you explain the difference between ongoing rate increases and firming? Does firming imply a rate increase per se, or could policy firm without you increasing rates?
No, I think it's meant to refer to our policy rate. Really, I would focus on the words may and some, as opposed to ongoing. So we clearly were, what we were doing there was taking on board trying to reflect the uncertainty about what will happen. I mean, it's possible that this will turn out to have very modest effects. These events will turn out to be very, very modest effects on the economy, in which case, and inflation will continue to be strong, in which case, the path will might look different. It's also possible that this potential tightening will contribute significant tightening in credit conditions over time, and in principle, if that means that monetary policy may have less work to do. We simply don't know. So,
do you have concerns that the hike you did today could further exacerbate the problem in the banks?
No, I mean, with our monetary policy, we're really focused on macroeconomic outcomes. In particular, we're focused on this potential credit tightening and what can that produce in the way of tighter credit conditions. I think when we think about the situation in the banks, we're focused on our financial stability tools, in particular our lending facilities, the discount window, and also the new facility.
Nick Timmeros of the Wall Street Journal. Chair Powell, in your testimony 2 weeks ago, you had indicated you thought the terminal rate would be higher. Obviously, that was before the stress in the banking sector. And I realize there's a lot of uncertainty, but can you explain at all to what extent your forecasts or those of your colleagues or those of the board staff incorporated today a material tightening of credit availability because of the stress in the banking sector, or are you waiting to see it in the data before you incorporate that potential tightening into your forecasts?
So, we've just come from an FOMC meeting, and, the people who write the minutes will be very carefully counting, but I'll tell you what I heard. What I heard was significant number of people saying that they anticipated there would be some tightening of credit conditions, and that would really have the same effects as our policies do, and that therefore they were including that in their assessment, and that if that turned out not to be the case, that in principle you'd need more rate hikes. So some people did reflect that in their SEP forecasts. I think there may also just have been, remember, this is 12 days ago. We're trying to assess something that just is so recent, and it's people, it's very difficult. There's so much uncertainty. So December was a good place to start, and we wound up with very similar outcomes for December. And in a way, the data in the first part, the first 5 weeks of the intermeeting period, pointed to stronger inflation and stronger labor market. So that pointed to higher rates, and then this latter part, kind of the possibility of credit conditions tightening, really offset that effectively.
To follow up, have you considered at all whether your primary tool, the funds rate, is going to be enough to sustain the kind of tighter financial conditions that you believe will be necessary without doing significant damage to the banking sector? Have you, for example, considered changing reserve requirements, selling assets out of the system open market account as a way to better achieve tighter financial conditions that don't accelerate deposit erosion, for example, from banks?
We know that we have other tools in effect, but no, we think our monetary policy tool works, and we think, many banks, our rate hikes were well telegraphed to the market, and many banks have managed to handle them.
Hi, Victoria Guida with Politico. I wanted to ask, you, along with the FDIC and the Treasury, the Fed Board decided to invoke the systemic risk exception to allow uninsured depositors to be protected at these two banks. And I was just wondering if you could speak to why that decision was made. Was it purely a confidence issue, or was there a concern that there would be some sort of economic contagion or financial contagion from the failure of these banks?
The issue was really not about those specific banks, but about the risk of a contagion to other banks and to the financial markets more broadly. That was the issue.
Okay, and then can you also, just to follow up, can you speak to the role that you will be playing in the Fed's internal investigation on its supervision and regulation? So
Vice Chair Barr is of course leading that review, and he's responsible for it in his capacity as Vice Chair for Supervision. I realized, right away that there was going to be a need for a review. I mean, the question we were all asking ourselves over that first weekend was, how did this happen? And what we did was, early Monday morning, we sat down and said, let's do this. And he was obviously going to lead it in his capacity. So I don't, my role was to announce it, and I get briefed on it, but I'm not involved in the work of it.
Hi, Chair Powell. Howard Schneider from Reuters. So I want to go back to your February press conference. You mentioned the word disinflation, I believe, 9 or 10 times, a process that you felt was, I forget the word you used, but gratefully underway or something like that. Is disinflation still occurring in the U.S. today?
Yes. I mean, what actually happened, Howard, was I got the question 12 times. So maybe it's a feature, not a bug. But yeah, absolutely absolutely the same. The story is intact. So it's really three parts, right? Goods inflation's been coming down now for 6 months. It's proceeding more slowly than we would have liked, but it's certainly proceeding. Housing services is really a matter of time passing. We continue to see the new leases being signed at much lower levels of inflation. So that's 44% of the core PCE index, where you've got a story that's ongoing. Where we didn't have in February, and we still don't have now, is a sign of progress in the non-housing services sector, and that is, that's just something that will have to come through softening demand, and perhaps some softening in labor market conditions. We don't see that yet, and that's of course 56% of the index. So the story is pretty much the same. I will say that the inflation data that we got, to your point, really pointed to stronger inflation.
If I could follow up on that, I was curious why you don't see more coming from the credit crunch, because it seems to me that's something that you'd actually welcome to a degree and expect? And are you not seeing more coming from that because you don't know, or because you just don't want to have another round of wishful thinking?
So it's really just a question of not knowing at this point. There's a great deal of literature on the connection between tighter credit conditions, economic activity, hiring, and inflation. Very large body of literature. The question is, how significant will this credit tightening be, and how sustained will it be? That's the issue. And we don't really see it yet. It's so people are making estimates, people are publishing estimates, and but it's very kind of rule of thumb guesswork almost at this point. But we think it's potentially quite real, and that argues for being alert as we go forward, as we think about further rate hikes. For us, we'll be paying attention to the actual and expected effects from that.
Hi, Chair Powell. Gina Smilek from the New York Times. Thank you for taking our questions. I wonder if you could talk a little bit, I know that you've got your internal review coming, but I wonder if you could talk a little bit about what you think happened with oversight at Silicon Valley Bank, and whether this suggests that something about regulation and supervision needs to actually change going forward. And I wonder, how can the American people have confidence that there aren't other weaknesses out there in the banking system, given that this one got missed, as you noted?
So let me say what I think happened, and then I'll come to the questions around supervision. So at a basic level, Silicon Valley Bank management failed badly. They grew the bank very quickly. They exposed the bank to significant liquidity risk and interest rate risk, didn't hedge that risk. We now know that supervisors saw these risks and intervened. We know that the public saw all this. We know that SVB experienced an unprecedentedly rapid and massive bank run. So this is a very large group of connected depositors, concentrated group of connected depositors, in a very, very fast run, faster than the historical record would suggest. So as for us, so for our part, we're doing a review of supervision and regulation. My only interest is that we identify what went wrong here. How did this happen is the question. What went wrong? Try to find that. We will find that. And then make an assessment of what are the right policies to put in place so that it doesn't happen again, and then implement those policies. It would be inappropriate for me at this stage to offer my views on what the answers might be. I simply can't do that. Vice Chair Barr is leading this, and I think he's testifying next week, so, but that will be up to him. So that's really where it is. The review is going to be thorough and transparent. It is clear, to your last question, it's clear that we do need to strengthen supervision and regulation. And I assume that there will be recommendations coming out of the report, and I plan on supporting them and supporting their implementation.
Sorry, and the final point, can we feel confident that these weaknesses don't exist elsewhere, given that they got missed at this bank?
These are not weaknesses that are at all broadly through the banking system. This was a bank that was an outlier in terms of both its percentage of uninsured deposits and in terms of its holdings of duration risk. And again, supervisors did get in there, and they were, as you know, obviously, they were on this issue, but nonetheless, this still happened. And so that's really the nature of the review, is to discover that.
Michael McKee from Bloomberg Radio and Television. You've been very consistent in saying that the Fed would be raising interest rates and then holding them there for quite some time. Following today's decision, the markets have now priced in one more increase in May, and then every meeting the rest of this year, they're pricing in rate cuts. Are they getting this totally wrong from the Fed, or is there something different about the way you're looking at it, given that you're now thinking that moves might be appropriate as opposed to ongoing?
So we published an SEP today, as you will have seen, and it shows that basically participants expect relatively slow growth, a gradual rebalancing of supply and demand in the labor market, with inflation moving down gradually. In that most likely case, if that happens, participants don't see rate cuts this year. They just don't. I would just say, as always, the path of the economy is uncertain, and policy is going to reflect what actually happens rather than what we write down in the SEP. But that's not our baseline expectation.
Well, if I could follow up and ask, as you look forward into the rest of the year here, are you saying that what you see and the 5.1% basically consensus is based on it will be sufficiently restrictive, or is it leavened by the idea of you don't know what's going to happen? In other words, what should people think about in terms of how the Fed thinks about how far it is from the terminal?
It's going to depend. Remember, we're looking, for purposes of our monetary policy tool, we're looking at what's happening among the banks and asking, is there going to be some tightening of credit conditions? And then we're thinking about that as effectively doing the same thing that rate hikes do. So in a way, that substitutes for rate hikes. So the key is we have to have policies got to be tight enough to bring inflation down to 2% over time. It doesn't all have to come from rate hikes. It can come from tighter credit conditions. So that we're looking at, and it's highly uncertain how long the situation will be sustained or how significant any of those effects would be. So we're just going to have to watch. In the meantime, and obviously at the end of the day, we will do enough to bring inflation down to 2%. No one should doubt that.
Let's go to Rachel Siegel.
Hi, Chair Powell. Rachel Siegel from the Washington Post. Thank you for taking our questions. I know we've talked a bit about how Silicon Valley Bank was unique to a certain sector of the economy, but there's also growing concern that there are financial stability risks from the commercial real estate market and loans that will begin to roll over later this year and next, and that smaller regional banks also disproportionately hold those loans. Is there a risk that could mimic the kind of what we saw with SVB to banks that disproportionately are focused in commercial real estate?
So, we're well aware of the concentrations people have in commercial real estate. I really don't think it's comparable to this. The banking system is strong, it is sound, it is resilient, it's well capitalized, and I really don't see that as at all analogous to this.
One other question, would you be open to an independent investigation separate from the Fed's probe?
I welcome. It's 100% certainty that there will be independent investigations and outside investigations and all that. So we welcome, when a bank fails, there are investigations, and of course, we welcome that.
Edward.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Edward Lawrence from Fox Business. Inflation has been rather sticky, so do you need help from the fiscal side to get inflation down faster?
We don't assume that. We don't give advice to the fiscal authorities, and we assume that we take fiscal policy as it comes to our front door, stick it in our model along with a million other things, and we have responsibility for price stability. The Federal Reserve has responsibility for that, and nothing is going to change that. So we will get inflation down to 2% in time.
And if I could follow on that, but they're working, the spending that's happened is working against what you are doing, right? So it's prolonging inflation?
If you have to look at the impulse from spending, because spending was, of course, tremendously high during the pandemic, and then as the pandemic programs rolled off, spending actually came down. So the sort of fiscal impulse is actually not what's driving inflation right now. It was at the beginning, perhaps, part of what was driving inflation, but that's not really the story now.
Let's go to Neil Irwin.
Hi, Chair Powell. Neil Irwin with Axios. Two questions about aspects of the government's response on Silicon Valley Bank 2 weekends ago. First, why is this new bank funding facility done under Emergency 13.3 authority as opposed to expansion of the discount window, changing the terms of the discount window that's been around a long time? And second, can you discuss the Fed's role in the FDIC guarantee of uninsured depositors and why there's $143 billion on your balance sheet last week supporting that deposit guarantee?
Sure. So 13.3 seemed like the right, we have a little more flexibility under Section 13.3. We've done quite a lot under the discount window as well. We needed to do a special facility that was designed a certain way, so we did it under 13.3. Really no magic to that. It's only available in unusual and exigent circumstances, and it has to meet certain requirements, but it seemed to be the right place. So with the FDIC, we're lending to the, in effect, we're lending to the bridge bank. So that's where the funds came from, and it's a loan that's 100% guaranteed by the FDIC, so there's no risk in it for us.
Chris Rugaber.
Thank you, Chris Rugaber at Associated Press. The SEP suggests one more rate hike, as does the change in the language in the statement, in which suggests that you're perhaps nearing the end of a cycle of rate hikes. Do you feel, though, that if inflation remains high, you'll be able to resume additional hikes as needed, or have you somewhat tied your hands here with these signals about rate hikes coming to an end?
No,
Thank you.
absolutely not. No, if we need to raise rates higher, we will. I think for now, though, as I've mentioned, we see the likelihood of credit tightening. We know that can have an effect on the macroeconomy, on demand, on labor market, on inflation, and we're going to be watching to see what that is. And we'll also be watching what's happening with inflation and in the labor market. So we'll be watching all those things, and of course we will eventually get to tight enough policy to bring inflation down to 2%. We'll find ourselves at that place.
Hi, Chair Powell. Thanks for taking the question. Kyle Campbell with American Banker. I have a couple questions about the balance sheet. First of all, I'm curious at what point the financial supports that the Fed is extending through the discount window and through its enhanced lending facility might be at odds with the objective of reducing the balance sheet. And I'm also curious what your thoughts are on not just the availability of reserves, but the distribution of them throughout the banking system, and at what point you might be concerned about it being scarce for certain banks.
So people think of QE and QT in different ways, so let me be clear about how I'm thinking about these recent developments. So the recent liquidity provision that has increased the size of our balance sheet, but the intent and the effects of it are very different from when we expand our balance sheet through purchases of longer-term securities. Large-scale purchases of long-term securities are really meant to alter the stance of policy by pushing up the price and down the rates, longer-term rates, which supports demand through channels we understand fairly well. The balance sheet expansion is really temporary lending to banks to meet those special liquidity demands created by the recent tensions. It's not intended to directly alter the stance of monetary policy. We do believe that it's working. It's having its intended effect of bolstering confidence in the banking system and thereby forestalling what might otherwise have been an abrupt and outsized tightening in financial conditions. So that's working. In terms of the distribution of reserves, we don't see ourselves as running into reserve shortages. We think that our program of allowing our balance sheet to run off predictably and passively is working. And of course, we're always prepared to change that if that changes, but we don't see any evidence that that's changed.
Hi, Chair. Katerina Saraiva with Bloomberg News. The minutes of the January-February meeting, the last meeting, indicate that you discussed the possibility of runs on non-bank financial institutions and the impact of large unrealized losses on bank portfolios. Can you talk a little bit more about that discussion, kind of what was talked about in light of that? And then why didn't the Fed do anything about that at that point to ultimately prevent, what happened this month?
I mean, to be honest, I don't recall the specifics of that. It's been quite an interesting 7 weeks, but I will tell you though that there have been presentations about interest rate risk. I mean, it's been in all the newspapers. It's not a surprise that there are institutions that have had unhedged long positions in long duration securities that have lost value as longer term rates have gone up due to our rate increases. So that's not a surprise. I think, as you know, as it is now on the public record, the supervisory team was apparently very much engaged with the bank repeatedly and was escalating, but nonetheless what happened. And so that's really the purpose of one way to think about the review that Vice Chair Barr is conducting, is to try to understand how that happened and try to understand how we can do better and what policies we need to change. I mean, one thing is the speed of I'll come back to that, the speed of the run. It's very different from what we've seen in the past, and it does kind of suggest that there's a need for possible regulatory and supervisory changes, just because supervision and regulation need to keep up with what's happening in the world.
Can you confirm whether or not the board knew about these escalations by the examiners in San Francisco?
I will have to come back to you on that. Yeah, I don't know.
Simon Urbanovich with The Economist. Thank you very much. Chair Powell, you've stated twice today that all depositors' savings in the banking system are safe. Are you saying that de facto deposit insurance covers all savings? Shouldn't Congress have a say in that? And just by way of example, if a bank with less than $1 billion in assets failed, are you promising to bail out all of its depositors? Thanks.
Well, I'm not saying anything more than I'm saying. So, but what I'm saying is you've seen that we have the tools to protect depositors when there's a threat of serious harm to the economy or to the financial system, and we're prepared to use those tools. And I think depositors should assume that their deposits are safe.
Go to Greg Robb.
Thank you, Chair Powell. Greg Robb from MarketWatch. I was wondering if you could give us a little bit more color. You gave just a little bit of color. You said during the first week of the Silicon Valley weekend, you said the question you guys asked was, how did this happen when you saw Silicon Valley Bank? So I was wondering if you could go to the Credit Suisse merger. I mean, wasn't that the big gorilla in the room? Didn't you breathe a sigh of relief when that merger happened? Thanks.
Sure. So, that was really the Swiss government. We, of course, were following it over the course of the weekend, and we were engaged with their authorities in the way that you would expect, all the ways that you would expect. It seems to have been a positive outcome in the sense that the transaction was agreed to, and it has been, the markets have accepted it, and it seems to have gone well, and I think there was a concern that it might not go well. So coming into the middle of this week, yes, I would say that has gone well so far.
Nicole.
Hi, thank you, Chair Powell. Nicole Goodkind with CNN Business. In the summary of economic projections, the FOMC sees the unemployment rate increasing to 4.5% this year. I'm wondering how you anticipate preventing this from snowballing while using the admittedly blunt tools at your disposal.
So that's an estimate of what will happen as demand slows and as conditions soften in the labor market. And it's a highly uncertain estimate. And I mean, there's really, we have to bring inflation down to 2%. The costs of bringing it down, there are real costs to bring it down to 2%, but the costs of failing are much higher. And if you read your history, as I'm sure you have, you can see that if the central bank doesn't get inflation back in place, make sure that inflation expectations remain anchored, you can have a long series of years where inflation is high and volatile, and it's hard to invest capital. It's hard for an economy to perform well, and we're looking to avoid that, and and to get back to where we need to be, back to where we were for a quarter century, and get there as quickly as we can.
But I guess the question is, historically, it's hard to. Historically, it's been hard to contain unemployment, and the question is, do you worry about some sort of snowball effect, and how do you factor that into your projections and your thoughts?
Well, it depends on whether so recessions tend to be nonlinear, and so they're very hard to model. The models all work in a kind of linear way. If you have more of this, you get more of that. But when a recession happens, the reactions tend to be nonlinear, and that's so we don't know whether that'll happen this time. We don't know. If so, we don't know how significant it will be. And so, we're very focused on getting inflation down, because we know in the longer run that is the thing that will most benefit the people we serve. That's how we can have we've had very strong labor markets through these long expansions that we've had. 4 of the 5 longest, or 3 of the 4 longest expansions in U.S. history have been really since the high inflation period. And the reason was inflation wasn't forcing the central bank to come in and stop an incipient or an expansion. You can have very, very long expansions without high inflation, and we had several of those, and they're very good for people. You see late in an expansion, you see low unemployment, you see the benefits of wages going to people at the lower end of the wage spectrum. It's just a place that we should try to get back to.
Jean?
Chair Powell. Jean Young with Market News. I just wanted to ask, with all the events of the past 2 weeks, do you still see a possibility of a soft landing for the U.S. economy?
You know, it's too early to say really whether these events have had much of an effect. It's hard for me to see how they would have helped the possibility, but I guess I would just say it's too early to say whether there really have been changes in that. You know, the question will be how long this period is sustained. The longer it's sustained, then the greater will be the likely declines in or tightening in credit standards, credit availability. So we'll just have to see. I do still think, though, that there's a pathway to that. I think that pathway still exists, and you know, we're certainly trying to find it.
Hi, Chair Powell. Nancy Marshall-Genzer with Marketplace. Just wondering how many financial institutions have been issued matters requiring attention or matters requiring immediate attention citations at this point?
How many? I don't know. But those are serious regulatory, in particular immediate attention. And I guess there were 6 of them. So.
And getting to the seriousness of it, how are you going to ensure that banks comply with these citations, take them seriously? How will you enforce them?
That is a great question and is right in the heart of what the review will be doing under Vice Chair Barr's leadership. So I think that's what you think about. You know, what can we do to make sure? But again, that's not for me to answer today.
So you don't have specific thoughts on that?
Well, I see. If I did, I wouldn't share them because I really, you know, this review's going on. And you know, I want nothing other than us to find out what happened and why, figure out what we can do to do better, and then implement those changes. That's all I want. It's for me to be giving you my half-formed or partially informed thoughts. You know, it just isn't appropriate. There's a real serious review going on with people from all over the Federal Reserve System who are not connected to this, you know, to this work, not connected to this bank. And under again, Vice Chair Barr's leadership, and I'm confident that it will produce a satisfactory result.
Okay, we'll go to Jennifer for the last question.
Thank you, Chair Powell. Jennifer Schonberger with Yahoo Finance. Curious, how do you view financial conditions right now? If credit becomes expensive enough, choking off growth, as you said you're watching for, would that situation warrant a rate cut? What situation would warrant a rate cut? And have the bank failures prompted any discussion around changing the implementation of the balance sheet runoff? Thank you.
So we haven't really talked about changing the balance sheet implementation. That's not something we've discussed yet. As I mentioned, we're always willing to change that if we conclude that it's appropriate, but we're really not seeing any signs there. Sorry, then the question before that was, just give me a...
Curious how you view financial conditions now, and if credit
okay.
were to tighten enough, if that would prompt a rate cut.
So financial conditions seem to have tightened, and probably by more than the traditional indexes say, because the traditional indexes are focused a lot on rates and equities, and they don't necessarily capture lending conditions. So we think that, though. So there are other measures which if they're focused on, you know, bank lending conditions and things like that, they show some more tightening. The question for us, though, is how significant will that be, and how, you know, what will be the extent of it, and what will be the duration of it, and then, you know, once you know that, there's a fair amount of research about how that with broad uncertainty bands, how that works its way into the economy over what period of time. And so, you know, so we'll be looking to see the first part of that, like how serious is this, and how does it look like it's going to be sustained? And if it is, you know, it could easily have a significant macroeconomic effect, and we would factor that into our policy decisions. I mentioned with rate cuts, rate cuts are not in our base case, and you know, so that's all I have to say. So,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so there we go. There is the end of the meeting. and let's discuss it right now. What do you think of all that? That we've learned quite a bit actually, and it's exactly, if I'm honest, as I expected, which is good. Remember, what we want here is no surprises, no expectations. We know exactly where it's going. Let me just turn down the volume slightly. There we go, that's better. Just turned it down. So during that meeting, we've learned it's business as usual. Rate hikes may be taming. However, it's I was reading the comments. A lot of people were like frustrated, saying about the interest rate coming, inflation coming down to 2%. Someone said, I think it was Nitz Farrell, said something like it's going to take 10,000 years to get the rates down. Remember, all these rate hikes are the effect is 6 months later. We haven't yet seen the effect of what happened 6 months ago. So the markets are 6 months ahead of the economy, and everything's catching up. So we've not yet seen the effect. So for me, this is exactly as expected. I expected the markets to go down. They are. Virgin Galactic, as expected, is heading towards $3. No surprise. I said before the meeting there would be no real effect with Virgin Orbit, and there's not. The only thing that's really going to bring down Virgin Orbit now is the fact that they've announced it's bankrupt, it's done, it's finished, and down it goes. But there was nothing that could have been said today that could change the direction of Virgin Orbit other than a bailout, and that looks less likely now. So I was right to sell it at 72, and I feel right to buy it at 44 cents. So that's not changed. My belief in J&J hitting 151 is still right. I've got orders to buy at 151. Also, I want to address the statements people were talking about flights for Virgin Galactic. Now, as you know, I rank #1 on YouTube for SPCE stock, Virgin Galactic stock, Virgin Orbit stock, VORB stock. I rank #1, and in fact, I rank #1 on Google for some of those terms. So, a lot of people come to my channel feeling that they can influence things. Well, you can't. It's a very small channel. I've got hardly if any influence at all. So people make statements. People saying we got a flight tomorrow, flight yesterday. I speak to Virgin Galactic and Virgin Orbit nearly every day through my sources, and there are no flights scheduled. I don't care what website you've seen it on. I don't care how you've seen it posted on Reddit or Twitter or anywhere else for that matter. Nobody who works at Virgin Galactic and Virgin Orbit has given me any information to share with you openly and honestly that is verifiable. So I am not basing my investments on Virgin Galactic or Virgin Orbit on imminent flights. There are none. I'm not saying a flight's not coming, but it's there's no information yet. I still stand by Virgin Galactic going to $3. I've started to buy a little bit more, as I said I would. I still believe Virgin Orbit is going bankrupt. There may be some rescue, but I don't think so. I think the story this morning was again another rumor. Is it Mr. Brown, Mark Brown, or 200 million? Again, even if he came through with that, that wouldn't be enough to save the company. It would only maybe get them through another couple of months. It doesn't matter how good Virgin Orbit is. It runs out of money. It runs out of money, right? The inflation is still way too high. It's going to take a lot longer to get it down to the 2%. I'm glad to see the Fed are sticking with it. I do agree with 22. I feel sorry for Jerome Powell. He really had no way to win today. Whatever he did was going to be wrong. No way out of it. So I feel really sorry for Jerome Powell. That was inevitable. However, for me, it's business as usual. I am expecting a drop. I've got buy orders all across the board to buy the dips. Very, very confident. Very, very bullish in the overall market going ahead, because what I want is the market to go down 20%, because it is all overpriced. It is all overvalued. The Tesla fanboys who keep thinking Tesla can run forever. Kathy Wood, who says Tesla's going to $1,500. is so insanely stupid. It requires like 1/5 of the world to drive a Tesla. It's ridiculous. But they say these things because it gets them publicity, it gets you to watch a YouTube channel, it gets you to think Kathy Wood's going to save you. People expecting, as I've been saying forever, that Bitcoin is going down, and there it is. 3% today. I stand by what I said. It's going down to $15,000. I've been saying it forever. I got an average of 15,000, and that's where I see it going to. But people have got no patience. If I say Bitcoin's going down, people on TikTok have got no flipping idea about investing or anything. They're just trying to get rich in 5 minutes. They don't do any research in what's going on. Will say to me, "You don't know what you're talking about. You're an idiot. It's going to go to $1 million. It's the best thing in the world." I know what Bitcoin is, and I know what it isn't. And right now, people are struggling. Inflation's out of control. And we've got fear in the banks. No matter what Jerome Powell said, there's issues with the banks, no question about it. There will be more failures now. Interest rates going up. There'll be more failures with the banks. I agree with 22. I wouldn't invest in a bank. I see it's a waste of time. I don't see any point to do that at all. Let's read some of the comments here. Don't put your money in a bank, Miss Traders. Well, no. Hang on a minute. Hang on. If you put your money in the bank up to $250,000, you are covered by FDIC. I've got money in the bank and I've got no risk whatsoever. If you want to know about that, actually, if any of you are now stressed about the money in the bank, your money in your stocks and all the rest of it, I strongly recommend, for your own peace of mind, I made a video specifically for this question. Here it is. What if your broker collapsed? I have contacted Robinhood, I have spoken to Bank of America, and I can tell you, I know exactly what will happen if your bank collapses. I know exactly what will happen if your brokerage collapse, if the custodian collapse. I've done the research for you. This is not financial advice, but this is what I know to be true after speaking to the people that can tell me the facts. I've made you the video. Here is the link to that video. If you want to know what would happen, there is the link to that video. All right? There will be some more banks fail, no question. There will be more brokerages collapse. There is your information. What would happen if the stock market, my shares, what would happen to my shares? So if anybody wants to sleep well tonight, I invite you to check that out. All right? I've done the research. So I am very confident with my money. FDIC up to $250,000, not a problem. If you've got over that, that's what Silicon Valley Bank was all about. It was people who got way more than that, and it's primarily businesses, not you or I, not the retail investor. So, Miss Traders, I don't agree with that. I wouldn't invest in a bank, if that's what you mean. Don't invest in a bank, but putting your money in a bank is fine. However, I don't have any more than $1,500 in my checking, $1,500 in my savings, because there's no point. Money in the bank, I'm loaning it to the bank, and they don't pay me enough. So I use it and I invest. Joey from Friends says there's flights. Craig, I love it. Joey from Friends says there's flights. How you doing? There's no flights. I talk to Virgin Galactic every flipping day. I don't know how many times I need to say this, right? I'm not sponsored by Virgin Galactic or Virgin Orbit, anybody else. No one pays me. I earn $5 on average a day on my YouTube channel because I'm always live. If I want to make money, I make videos, all right? I want to build a community. I want to help people. So I'm just here to help, right? And I'm telling you, there's no flights planned. I'm booked on 1 a.m. I love the comedy here. This is more realistic, folks. I'm booked on 1 a.m. They said I need to cover the fuel. No influence here and no FOMO here. Stay the course, Martin. JP is worried about the banks. That's perfect. No influence here, no FOMO here. Stay the course, Martin. JP is worried about banks. That's why 0.25 today probably need 0.5, really. I agree. It needed 0.5. I absolutely agree. They are worried about the banks. Is Virgin Galactic going below 3? No one knows the answer to that question. Somebody else will tell you they know. Some invisible person on Reddit will tell you they know. They don't know. Nobody knows. That's the reality. Virgin Galactic, I'm bullish. However, it can go bankrupt. It can go bankrupt. So right now, it's 3.14% of my portfolio. That is right. That is right. Now, I keep saying over and over again, I want to buy 4,000 shares of Virgin Galactic. That's my aim. I've always said it. I'll stand by it. I've always said it's going to $3. I also believe it's going to $100. Someone asked me the other day, why do you say Virgin Galactic is going to $100? That sounds absolutely mental. And it does sound mental, and I probably am mental. I probably am mental for sitting here 10 hours a day talking to you. But that's fine. I like being mental. I like living in my bubble. The reason why I say Virgin Galactic is going to $100 is not because it's worth it. It's because this price here, as any price we're looking at on the screen, does not reflect the value of the company. It does. Of course it does. But I want to rephrase that. It reflects the price of the company at that moment in time on the stock market, not the value of the company. The value of Virgin Galactic is not rockets. It's not astronauts, and they're not even astronauts. They're not even allowed to be called astronauts because the US government isn't coming to rescue you if you crash. It's not NASA. They are space travelers. That's a legal term. The value of Virgin Galactic is not the rockets. It's a technology that will be deployed and used in other circumstances, and when Virgin Galactic appear around the world, which they will. But more so than that, it's more to do with the experiences. Why do you think they hired Michael Colglazier from Disney? It's about the experiences. I know. I've worked for Sir Richard Branson. I know what he feels about the experiences. And it will be the family staying at the hotels. It will be the whole experience around Virgin Galactic flight. The flight on the day is a mere sideshow to where the money will come from. That's number one. And number two, we need patience. And most importantly, why I say it's $100 a share is because that's what it will trade to, not what it's worth, what it should be, what it will trade to. Because when Elon Musk or Justin Bieber or anyone like that flies on Virgin Galactic, because they will, the price will go up to $100. Because daft, crazy people on Reddit and Twitter and Stockwits who talk to me every day and tell me I'm an idiot, why do you keep saying it's going to $3? Why do you keep saying that? Because I believe it's going to $3. Look at the balance sheet. Look at the cash run. Look at the rate of it's burning cash, and so on and so forth. All of that shows you as clear as day. And they say, but Richard Branson's a great bloke. He won't let it go to zero. Richard Branson is a great bloke. I've worked for Sir Richard Branson. Richard Branson is a great bloke. However, he doesn't know you exist. And he's got preferred stock. He's got stock where he'll still get out and make money. He will still get Cosmic Girl. He will still get the rocket ship. You get sod all. It's not that he doesn't care about you. He doesn't know you exist. And that's just the way it is. And Richard Branson is a businessman. Now, I said that during the meeting, Virgin Orbit, and rewind the video and check every word I say. I hope you do. I said Virgin Orbit would not be reacted by the Fed. And it wasn't. It didn't go up or down on that rate hike. Nothing. Why it's selling now is because, in my opinion, what is happening is, no surprise, today, tomorrow, we're going to find out if it's gone bankrupt. This morning, I bought it. Last night, I bought it at 51 and sold it at 72. I told you I was going to do it, and I did it. I've got a buy order, and I'll share on the screen. There it is. I've said I'll buy it for 45, and there's my buy order. There's my shares. I've told you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it. Because now it's a lottery ticket. Because If it goes down to $45, I'm buying 500, knowing it can go bankrupt. It doesn't matter. It won't be more than 1.5% of my portfolio. It'll have no effect, be a ripple on a pond if it goes bankrupt. And I expect it to. Why am I buying it? Because it's like buying a lottery ticket. It could pop up. Richard Branson could surprise everybody. It's going down now. Hang on, my camera's frozen. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right, my camera froze there for a moment. That's what happens when you go live 10 hours a day. It'll come back in a second. Just bear with me a sec. Just bear with me. I'm still here. The camera should come back in a second. Let me go to this to backup cameras. There you go. We're back. Right. Okay, we're back again now. I forgot my train of thought there, but that's what happens when you go live 10 hours a day. The system starts to cook. But anyway, there it is. That's my commitment to you. So I think it's going to go down now because there is no news. There is no news. We had rumors this morning about a guy, is it Mark Brown or someone, would rescue the company for $200 million. $200 million will not rescue Virgin Orbit. It will last about a month, 2 months, couple of months. It's not going to save Virgin Orbit. We need a lot more money than that. Especially when we know that Virgin Orbit, as soon as it goes to $4, is going to dilute the stock anyway. They need to raise more money than that. And now we've got the rate hikes going up. We've got even more pain. So anyway, there's more pain to come. Fact of the matter is, we had a nice little boost the last couple of days, and that's great. However, it's all about the markets going back down again. Let me just change my camera. There we go. There we go. I had a burnout of my cameras. I got backup for everything, so I can keep it going. Maybe the lights went out. They can be amazing. Penny stocks are a risk. Only invest what you don't care to lose. That is right, Fortnite Shields. Don't buy it for $45. I meant 45 cents. Did I say $45? I meant 45 cents. I'm sure someone's going to correct me on that now. If Virgin Galactic hits 100, do you have an idea where Virgin Orbit would be valued if they don't go bankrupt? Zekar 22. Let me be absolutely clear. Virgin Orbit and Virgin Galactic are completely different companies. Richard Branson will happily let one die and rebirth it. It makes no difference. That's how business works. I've gone bankrupt once. I lost everything once. Right? It's part of business. It's part of business, and I would be not surprised at all if Virgin Orbit fails later on today in the after hours. However, I'm still buying some because it's worth a lottery ticket to me. Primarily because I'm interested in the company, and a lot of people watch my channel because of Virgin Galactic and Virgin Orbit, and I want to be in and show some interest and compassion to others. But there's no compassion in business. My only concern. Someone came in today and said on YouTube that a lot of swear words. I can't repeat it, but basically, beep 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 beep. Martyn belongs in beep 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 because he is paid to promote junk. Let me tell you right off the bat. First of all, I am not paid by anyone to promote Virgin Galactic or Virgin Orbit. No one. I've been to the Virgin Orbit space station. I'm going again later this year. I'm going to the Virgin Galactic space station this year. I am not paid by anyone. I earn a few bucks a day, literally about $5 a day on YouTube. That's it. And I do this because I like people. I like helping people, and I want to grow the best, most honest, real YouTube channel in the world. That's why I do this. Okay? And this is my real money. All of my money. I'm 54 years of age. I'm 54 years of age. I only have $1,500 in my cash, in checking account, and $1,500 in my savings account. I live in this studio to try to be the most honest, real YouTube channel. That's what I do. And I invest my real money. And I've lost, bloody hell, thousands. In fact, I will share with you how much money I have lost on my portfolio. And remember though, I've not actually lost anything because I've not left the account. But I will show you in my brokerage account how much I am down. How much I am down. I am down $41,000. $41,000. Am I worried? Am I concerned? No. That's more money than I've ever seen. I mean, the most money I've ever seen is where my account is now. But I'm down 41 grand. That's a huge amount of money for me and probably most of you. But I want to tell you, when I was up here, let's say I had 100 shares at $10. I've now got 1 million shares at $1. I've been buying the dips all the way down. And as Anthony Hopkins says, keep digging the ditches because I've done my research. I know what I want to own. And if I can buy it here and it goes to here, I buy more. But I always keep money and keep investing in myself to earn more money. The old-fashioned way of going to work 10 hours a day sitting on YouTube to earn more money to buy it even cheaper. And that's all I'm doing. And eventually, the bear market will end. This is a bear market rally at most. The bear market will end and I will start to make money because I've now got thousands and tens of thousands of shares that will all go up. And if we look at it, year to date, I'm up 6.9%. Things are now turning around. And I've got 9 buy orders, 9 different stocks to buy. Virgin Orbit at 44, J&J at 151, Amazon at 88, all-time low for my all-time low for the S&P 500. And that's all I'm doing. I'm staying in the market. I'm staying investing. I'm staying online. And that's what it's about. So, in summary, we're coming up to close the bell. We're going to ring the bell and then we're going to get out of here. We got a super chat just come on in. $4.99. Here's a super chat for you losing everything, for your losing everything video. Anyone can be successful. It's a mindset. Your video was motivational. Hopefully it helps a lot of people. Wow. Thank you very much. I was just telling you as it was. For those of you who don't know what video we're talking about, that's very nice of you, Fortnite. I appreciate that. Let me share with you that video. I just basically told everybody what happened. And that's very nice. That's double the amount of money I've earned today. Thank you very much indeed. How I won and lost it all. Okay, here's the video. This is the video here. I'm going to share with you the video and you can go and have a look at it. Here's the video. I'll give you the link. If you've not watched this, this tells you how I won and lost $1 million, lost my children, lost my home, lost my mum and dad, lost everything, 6 bulging discs and all the rest of it, got to rock bottom. And then COVID destroyed my business and then I built a YouTube channel and now I'm getting it all back. There is the video. I've given it 3 times in the chat so you can see it. This is the one. It's called Lost and Won It All. I won it all and you'll see what exactly. And that is my strategy for turning my portfolio into from $5,000 to $100,000 this year and $200,000 next year by simply investing in myself, keep buying the dips and staying in the market. But most importantly, doing my research, having patience. And I've got no FOMO at all. And I'm not allowed to give financial advice and I won't. But if there's one thing I could tell everybody, the best tip I have got, but this is not financial advice, but my best tip is this. Why I'm so bullish and why I'm so confident that I'm going to reach $100,000. I actually think I'm going to go way above that, but that's conservative. Is this. Very simple. I spend my time researching the CEO, the company. Don't look at the chart. Don't care about the chart. I've got chart readers all around me. Ali Tisro, Ed Nevius, Muzanella. They provide me tech analysis. I've got my team around me. They're in the chat now talking to you. They can give you all their tips and everything. What I do is I study the company and the CEO, just like Warren Buffett does. He makes friends with the people that work there. I know Richard. I don't know Richard Branson. I've just worked for him, right? I've just worked for him. But I take the time to learn about the company. And when I've decided that this is a company I want to own. And when I say own, I don't mean become a fan, start waving flags around. I own Coca-Cola. I am a Tesla fanboy. I couldn't care less about Tesla stock. I care about the business. I buy the business. I don't buy the shares. I buy the business because I believe in this business in the future. Is it proprietary? Does it stand out? Mark Cuban told me, a billionaire, he said, Martin, if you be the best of yourself, you'll always win. It's how I became the world piano man. Right? Same thing. I traveled around the world. Anyway, another story. So, I do my research. Now, once I know what stock I'm going to buy, what company I'm going to buy, I buy it at any price. I just want to get in. Because when I started my YouTube channel, no one's going to watch a YouTube channel, and mostly I'm investing in myself, remember. No one's going to watch a YouTube channel where you don't invest in yourself, where you don't buy any stocks. You just sat there. What's the bloody point of that? No point. You're not putting your money where your mouth is. So I started buying right at the top. I wasn't stupid. I knew we were at the top. Everybody got stimulus checks. Everybody bought all the way up. Everybody was bored. Everybody was on Robinhood. Everyone's going, I watch BitBoy. Crypto's going to $1 million on their phones. Stupid. No fundamental reason to do that at all. Stupid. But I bought in. And then I paid this for a stock. Now I'm paying this for the stock. I knew what companies I wanted to own, but I wanted to buy them cheaper. So what I do, and what I did this morning, is I've done my research on Virgin Orbit, for example. I know where it's going. It's more than likely going to go bankrupt. It's just a matter of averages and just the probability numbers. I've traded my way out of the stock. Scalp traded it twice. I'm trying to get out 4 times, so I get all my money back, and then I get free shares. That's what I'm doing. And then I'll own it as a lottery ticket, right? That's all I'm trying to do. It's probability, numbers, mathematics, okay? So I set myself the buy order and the sell order just inside the numbers that everybody else is doing. Because everybody else isn't doing the research. We've got people coming in here saying Virgin Galactic's going to fly tomorrow. It's all rubbish. No one's actually talking to the people at the companies. I do that. Okay? So everyone's looking at the charts and they're going, it's going to bounce off this line. And it's going to bounce off this line. I don't care about that. What I do, that's what everybody's expecting it to do. So I will buy it at a few cents higher than everybody else, and I will sell it a few cents less than everybody else. So I set my buy orders for a few cents more than everybody else is hoping it's going to go to, and I sell it a few cents less than everybody else is hoping to sell it at. And then I forget it. I've got 9 buy orders right now. And I've got some sell orders about to go in as well. And then I forget about it. And I set them for the 90 days, which is the longest you can do it on Robinhood. Forget about it. Just forget about it. And that way, I've got no FOMO. I've got no fear. And I can focus on you. I can focus on the show, going live, putting on a good show, being the best, because that's how I earn my money to invest. My investments are already made. They're not gambles. I'm not going into a casino, losing on black, and then thinking, oh, well, it was black. It was blacks. So the chance of it being black again next time is less likely. No, it's not. Every time you win or lose on black or red, it's the same probability as being black or red again. It starts at 50-50 every single time. So I'm not making any investment decisions based upon feelings, emotions, silly people on Twitter, Reddit telling me this is going to happen, that's going to happen. I spend my time researching, investing, no gambling, and having patience. And at the end of the day, I don't need my money today. I may never need my money. I may work to the day I die on YouTube. I might be 90 years of age and still sitting here going all about it. But the idea is my portfolio needs to be pensionable so I can live on it in 20 years, potentially. So all I'm doing now is just keep investing, staying in the market. I used margin once. You all saw what happened when I used margin. Big mistake using margin. Big mistake. Because margin will change your mindset. It made me feel I had more money than I really did. I am so happy to be out of margin. It's because of margin that I lost so much money, but I'm glad I did because I learned nothing from success. If everyone came in here today and said, Martyn, you're the greatest of everything in the world, what would be the point? What would I learn from that? Nothing. If someone said to me, your microphone's too loud, your lights are too bright, this, that, you talk about things. I learn from mistakes, and we all learn from mistakes. And every time I make a mistake, I vow to myself never to make that mistake again. You've made that mistake. I've lost my mum and dad once, obviously. Bankrupt once, divorced once, lost my house once. And I do everything I can to avoid that happening again. Anyway, talking about Bitcoin, it used to anger me with the amount of YouTubers who have no financial knowledge whatsoever, got lucky, and I'm using BitBoy as an example, got lucky, bought Bitcoin when it was a handful of dollars. We could all do that. You might go, well, you didn't do it. But it's just random luck. It went up. They held on to it. There was always going to be somebody who'd hold on to it. And now they make literally millions on YouTube telling you how to invest in Bitcoin. They could never lose because they bought it when it was a few bucks. Never lose. It's never going to go lower than that position ever. Because like some people have said, people have lost their ledgers, they've lost their keys. It's never going to go zero. All right, so they're never going to lose. And because human beings are generally greedy, selfish, lazy, just want to get rich for doing nothing, they can tell you that Bitcoin is going to go to $1 million and you'll watch. And every time you watch a big YouTuber, they make about 10 grand a video, the big YouTubers. 10 grand a video to tell you a load of crap. And you love it. You love it. And I read the comments every day that I get. And people refer to these sort of things. The way they talk to me, there's no knowledge. It's just ranting and raving and shouting and screaming. It's like stupid. At the end of the day, I've surrounded myself by people I can trust. They're not trying to sell me anything. They're not trying to promote anything. And I'm talking about Ali Tisro now. Ali Tisro is a friend, a member of the channel. He's here today. And he has looked at it and studied it. I don't need to look at it and study it. I haven't got the time to study Bitcoin, crypto. I haven't got the time or the interest. I'm focusing on the show. And the knowledge that Ali's given me, which I have understood, is Bitcoin is going down to 15 grand because not that many people own it. And with the bank's crisis now and everything that's going on, people have made money and they own a handful of the wallets is all the money, really, when it comes down to it. You and I don't count, right, with a few $100 here and a few $100 there. They could dump it all today. It would drop to 10 grand like that, and they'd buy it back. And everybody would sell. Everybody would panic, and they'd buy back. Now, they're not going to lose. They only bought it a few bucks a share anyway. It doesn't matter to them. And they've got the influence to take it straight back up again and dump it all over you. So whether you like it or not, the best way to make money is invest in yourself, invest in time, invest in education, and not get rich quick schemes on any crypto or any asset or any app or anything whatsoever. Just give it time, have patience. And my rule is, and everyone tells me, oh, you'll buy it when it goes up. Do you know how stupid you sound by saying that? I only ever buy when things go down. I did at the beginning buy when things went up. I made loads of mistakes. I got all excited. Virgin Galactic, I bought it at $35. Virgin Galactic, it's going to go $1 million. I kept buying it, and then it went down, and then I'm in, then I'm out, all over the bloody place. And now I've learned that lesson and realized the stock doesn't care about me, doesn't give two hoots. So I just buy it when it goes down, keep lowering my averages, and refuse to pay more. And I use this example. If I walk into a shop and my favorite pair of jeans is a pair of Levi's, they're the best jeans in the world. I wear them all the time, think they're great. Good value for money, they never wear out, I love them. They provide me a service. They're $50. And I go in the shop and I say, they go, they're on sale today, you can buy them for $40. I go, brilliant, I'll buy a pair of those because I've just saved $10. Because I'm happy to pay $50, I see that as good value. I don't care whether they're worth $1 or not. To me, it's worth $40. I then go back to that same shop next week and say, I'd like to buy another pair of jeans from you. And they go, yeah, they're $40. I say, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $30. They go, no, they're $40. $30, take it or leave it. I've got $30 now. Do you want it? They're not selling much. Recession, we got credit crunches, we got inflation, whatever. And they go, all right, we'll take $30. I've now got 3 pairs of jeans, one at 50, one at 40, one at 30. I've got an average of 40 now. I've driven the price down. And I've never got to buy jeans now for the next 10 years. They last me forever. I go back next week and I say, I'll buy a pair of jeans from you. I'll give you $10. And they go, no, we sold them to you at 40 and 30. I say, forget it then. I walk out the shop. As I walk out the shop, they come up to me and go, okay, 15, and you've got a deal. And I go, done. I've now got enough jeans to last me a lifetime that are going to provide me with what I need. And I've got an average now of $20. I've got half price. Can never lose. I'm happy. I look at my stocks the same way. Now, some of you are going to say, what happens when it hits the bottom? My portfolio hit bottom in December. I've been saying it consistently. I don't change my mind. It's a fact. My portfolio hit bottom in December because I keep buying lower on my other stocks and keeping that portfolio there. It doesn't go any lower. It doesn't go any lower. I'm hoping today I can get a 20% drop so I can buy some stocks here for lower and then trim off the top. And I look at my stocks the same way. And at the end of the day, there we go. We are 81 cents away now from me buying another share of J&J. Fantastic. Let's do it. And that's how I see my stocks. Now, at some point, some of you are going to say to me, all right, what do you do when we finally get into a bull market and it starts rallying up? You're going to buy up then. Okay, you might have a point. Because I put every penny into the stock market, every single penny I earn, got nothing else left. I put the super chat I've just got from Fortnite. That's going in when I get paid on the 22nd of April next month. That's going in. Right? I put every penny in. When the market starts going up, whereas some people will put 10% of their income into the stock market, I put 100% of my income into the stock market for a year and a half, 2 years it will be by then, all the way down. I won't have to put my money in the stock market for the next 5 years because I'll be up, 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 and I'll have this massive distance between my price and the main price. And I refer to my friend who's got millions of shares of Amazon who paid a few bucks for them. He never has any worries because he bought them at the bottom and now he's never going to lose, right? And I want to be that guy. I want to be the guy who bought it at the bottom, who holds it forever and lives on the dividends and then just creams off the top. That's it. Now, at some point, you'll say, well, you keep putting money in, where's it going to go? Well, the first thing it will do is earn 4.5% on Robinhood for interest because we're going to be at high interest rates for 2 or 3 years. So I'm going to earn 4.5% without any stress at all. Any stress at all. And then eventually, I will put in buy orders for everything. Everything on a 20% crash. I like to call it a flash crash. That happens for the greatest of stocks all the time. We saw it happen to Amazon a second before the earnings report. There was a leaked report. It went down 20%. Boof! I bought some, and it went straight back up again. Boom, it was the quickest profit I've ever made. And I will set buy orders for everything. I'll set 20% drops everywhere. And I'll be sat on a beach, drinking pina colada. I'm not really. I'm going to be sat here talking to you, right? Because I love this more than doing that. I'll be bored doing that. I'm going to be sat here talking to you, and I'm going to go, oh, I've just got a notification. Virgin Galactic dropped 20%. I've just bought 1,000 shares because I've got all this money stacked up. And now my average has gone even lower. And that's the simple strategy. You'll never lose doing that. And that's what I'm doing. And that's it. And I hope that's the most honest, real you're ever going to get on YouTube. I hope so. Anyway, I want to thank Fortnite Chills, who's just said, and this can go in. I want to thank Fortnite Chills for giving me another super chat. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Let's do it. Boom. There we go. Fortnite Chills. Thank you very much indeed. All right, let's go back to our stocks and let's see what's going on. There you go. J&J is about to line up for me. Have you all got your cash? Did you all make profits? Did you all trim off? Hopefully you all did that. I've been doing it. Hopefully you've all done it. Now you can buy the bottoms. Is everyone doing that? I hope you've all done it. All right. We've got 4 minutes before the bell goes. We're going to do day trader of the day. And then I've got a favor to ask for all of you, if you want to be in my inner club, my mates. If you want to be one of my Lucas age, one of my mates, I'm going to ask you for a big favor in a minute. But we'll do that in a minute. We're going to do day trader of the day. We're going to find out who won today. Little competition, and in a couple of seconds. So here's a quick ad. If you see the ad, skip the ad. Come straight back. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if we gained any more subscribers. Smash the like button. It really helps the channel out. Okay, smash the like button. Thank you so much for doing that. Let's have a little look. The dip keeps dipping. Hope it carries on. Ali Tisrow has made a wonderful statement today. Ali Tisrow thinks that Bitcoin is going to $20,000. And I agree with him. And if it does, Ali, can I tell everybody how much money you're going to make? Can I tell everybody, or is that a secret? Ali, I just want to check with him, because he said if it goes to $20,000, he makes a considerable amount of money, and he's going to do a great donation to the channel, and all that money goes into the production of the channel, keeps me going, and it goes straight into the stocks. I live on bread and jam if I have to. Right. Sold a few because they're up so much. Planning to load up again if it bounces, but holding most of them still. Yes, I'm holding everything. I'm not selling anything other than a bankrupt company, which is Virgin Orbit. No, I'm buying at 44. They're trying to silence him. His mic is melting. I fixed it. I fixed it, right? Yes, go ahead, but it won't happen. Very unlikely. Okay, here we go. So, Ali told me that if Bitcoin goes to $20,000, and it's gone down 5% already, if it goes down to $20,000, which it will in time, he will earn $50,000. $50,000. Does that have to happen by today or tomorrow? When does that actually have to happen by? I don't know when that has to happen by. All right, we're about to ring the bell. 40 seconds. What? Should I make my first investment? Dick Jones is going, what? What? Hang on. Dick Jones, Sit on the fence and wait. Just keep watching. Have patience. 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go. When does it have to happen? Pina colada tonight. Cheers, says Stephen Lewandowski. Love it. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. It might happen. So everybody think of Ali Tisro. He will earn $50,000 and the channel will benefit too if Bitcoin goes to $20,000 by 8 a.m. tomorrow. Is that 8 a.m. your time, Ali? Which is 2 in the morning for me. I'm assuming it is. I'll sit up all night and wait for it then. Right, the S&P. Come on. Get in. Virgin Galactic. $3 is where I think it's going. Virgin Orbit. Is it going bust? Rivian. Tesla. I've got buy orders all across the board here. Now, I'm not even looking. I don't even need to think how close I am to them. It doesn't matter. If I do that, you get emotional. So I'm not going to get emotional. Oh, look, here it goes. 5 cents to go. 151. Here we go. Look at this. Roth IRA. Roth IRA. 151. Here we go. I'm going to add to this position. Buy limit order 151.15 just to make sure it goes through. Shares, I'll buy. How many have I got? 27. I want to lower my average on my Roth IRA 6%. I'm going to buy 2. Good for the day. Yes, good for the day. Good till yeah. Allowed, execute. 151.15. That's my all-time low. Review the order. Buy. Order placed. Come on, get in. $151.15. Hang on. I don't know if I buy limit order 151.15. 2 shares, absolutely right. Good for the day. Yeah, good for the day. Allowed to execute in after hours. Let me just put that there. Good to cancel. Good to review the order. Review the order. That should go through. Come on, go through. Come on. Go through. Fire sale, just bought another 5 quant, 150 ICP. Just reading out Andrew Grady's comments there. Why isn't that going through? I haven't made a mistake there, have I? It's 151.15 to. That will lower my average. Lovely. Why isn't that going through? Come on, that should go through. I'm trying to buy it. There's obviously a backup here. Any reason why that's not going through? Anyone got any ideas? I'm trying to buy 2 shares. Let me just check something else. 59. No, that's a way to go. McDonald's. That's a way to go. Amazon 88. No, that's a way off. Is any other bargains going at the minute? I don't know why J&J hasn't gone through. 13%. What's GTC? Oh, Space. You need to move on with these flights, successful flights, when they can relax a bit more. Yes, they do. Martyn, enter the market. Martyn, the market. No, it's not. I can trade after hours. It's not an issue for me at all. I can trade anytime I like. That's really weird. Come on, you bugger, go through. It's going up now as well. I'm trying to buy it. That's really annoying. I apologise for the flash. I want to buy 2 shares of J&J. Why ain't it going through? That's bloody annoying. Huh. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. There's nothing I can do. It's set to get tech to go through. I don't know why. It's good to close extra after hours. Good to close extra after hours. Good to close. Oh, I see. So there's a lot of trades going on, right? And it hasn't. They do it on purpose. Make sure you didn't queue in all of tomorrow. Scroll down. No, it's fine. I don't mind. I want to buy it. It's an all-time low. 151 is an all-time low. I want to buy it. I'm down 6%. I'd love to buy more. I absolutely love it. I don't mind buying more at all. That's an all-time low for me. That's absolutely fine. Ugh. Am I frustrated or what? Well, just let it sit there. If it goes through, it goes through. It doesn't, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's where it wants to be. And oh, there we go. Got it. Bought it. Bought it. It bought one, I think. Yep. There you go. It went through. Went through. There was a bit of a delay. There we go. I paid 151.15. It's obviously to do with the amount of orders that were going through. That's fine. That's an all-time low. That's fine. I've learned that I'm down at 5.7 now. What was it before? Can anyone remember? Was it like 7%, wasn't it? 6.6. Now I'm down 5.76. Great. Great. Happy with that. More dividends, more protection, lower the... Yep, great. Great. Thank you very much. Update to buy your... Update. Your order to buy 2 shares of J&G through your off has been filled at 151.15. Now, it was set for 151, but I don't care. 15 cents... It's a 200 and potentially $250 to $280 stock within 12 months. So it's nearly going to double. I have no issue. Plus dividends, I've got no issue buying it for that at all. Plus it's going to split, not stock split the business, which is good for the business. They're going to be more focused on what they're doing. So I like that. I've got another one if it goes to 151. So that's good. That's strengthened my position again now. So, great. Excellent. If it goes to 151, it'll up to 7 o'clock tonight. It'll buy another one. Why is the market going down so much now? Because we've had a huge rally over the last 2 days. What have we all been saying? It's overpriced. The markets have been going up and up and up. It's all too expensive. and everyone's been getting carried away, and now we're paying the price. Am I interested in that flight, Bill? What flight's that? Are you interested in that flight, Bill? What do you mean? I think you were telling me something about you wanted to get me on a flight to go somewhere. I've got to save up my money because I'm going to fly to New York this year to meet everybody. We're going to do that. So I'm not sure what you mean other than that. Okay. Watching it. Let's do day trader of the day. A little competition. Got a great audience here. So let me ask a poll. See if anyone is interested in our crypto challenge. If Ali's here, are you interested? Are you interested in our crypto? Where is it to? Where is the flight to, Bill? Crypto challenge. Are you interested in our crypto challenge? We're doing a crypto challenge from $1,000 to $10,000, where I feel I've got no stress, no drama, no risk, anything. I'm very happy about it. I'm doing it with my own money. Is anyone interested in hearing about it? If you are, let me know. And we might have Ali Tisro, our crypto guy, in the chat. Let me open up the broadcast lounge. Broadcast lounge is open, yep. We might have some new people here that might be interested to know about it. Okay. The S&P. Just around her Texas. Oh. Yeah, of course, Bill. Sounds great. Sounds brilliant. %, say no. How many votes have we had today? Let's have a little look. 10 votes. 2 out of 8. I want to see if it's any of the new people. Yeah, sounds great, Bill. The S&P dropped. Virgin Orbit, there we go. Got a buy at 44. Buy at 44. Okay. Rivian. Tesla, buying at 150. I've got orders placed there. Lucid, orders at 6. Grady's, yes, Procter & Gamble held up good today. PG is next month's dividend. Very nice. Lucid. Apple. Amazon, orders at 88. I'm only down 1.62. Perfectly happy with that. Okay, Bill, that sounds brilliant, mate. Thank you very much. What's my position on my brokerage account? So I've got, what's my position there? Down 9%, yeah. I'm just buying it on my Roth at the moment. Google, 16%. That looks like it. So let's do day trader of the day. Let me go over to, there's no one in the broadcast lounge. Doesn't look like Ali's here anyway, so we don't need to worry about that now. We've got, we've got a few people. We've got 30%. So that's like about 5 of you do want to know about our crypto challenge. Okay, we'll mention that then in a few minutes. What we'll do now is we'll do day trader of the day. How many have we got watching right now? There's 41 of you. 42. Brilliant. Okay. Right, let's do day trade of the day. Martyn's fan will take off before Virgin Galactic take flight in the next month. I like that. I like that. Brilliant. Okay. Jerome Powell is taking this his sweet time to speak. Robert McBee, what are you on about? It's finished. We've just seen it. It's all over. Jerome Powell is taking his sweet time to speak. Robert McBee, it's all finished. Oh, look at J&J in the after hours. I just bought it for 151. Get in. Oh, that was good. That is the beauty of doing orders, buy orders, and at the same time as looking at it and thinking, okay, let me have a quick look. Let me add a little bit extra. Always keeping cash on hand. Look at that. Fan flipping tastic. Robert is done and dusted. Yes, indeed. Look at that. So he's waiting for the next one. Yeah, it's going to be like another month or so. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. Absolutely great. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to change my this limit order here. I bought two at 151.15 cents. I don't need to worry about this one now, the 151. So I'm going to cancel the order, free up the cash. No point buying that one at 151. We're going to go buy. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. I'm just down 5% now, 5.5%. Absolutely brilliant. Buy limit order because we're getting near the bottom now of J&J. And the dividends alone are worth it at this price. So we go to 149. We'll buy one at 149. One share. Good for the day. Good till cancelled. Allowed to execute in after hours. For 90 days. Yep. 149. We'll buy it at 149 now. Review the order. Roth IRA. Yeah, we'll review the order. There's no point buying it at 150. Let's buy it at 149, at 151. Let's buy it at 149 now. Right? Let's buy it at 149 because we're near the bottom now. We can just have that sitting there for a flash crash. 6 o'clock in the morning, I can wake up and go, boom, you bought one at 149. Lovely. So there you go. Buy. There you go. 149. Now, what would probably happen, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, I get one share. It could happen. It could happen at 149 in the morning. And if that happens, that my average will stop, will be like, it will come down another 0.02, 0.1%, something like that. And then of course it will bounce from then, and then it won't take long before I'm actually in profit on J&J. And let's remember, it pays a great dividend as well. It pays a dividend which has been increased for 60 odd years, like Coca-Cola, 2.94. We know it's going back to $200 easily. Look at the dip. We know where it's going. So there you go. Oh, look at it sailing up now. I'm a bit excited. We said that live on the show and the Discord, Robert. Time to buy then, Robert. What does Robert want to buy? XRP did an increase of 10 cents yesterday. I got so excited to see it. Then XRP went right back down. Okay. Ali, are you able to call in? Let's do our crypto challenge. We've got people here now interested. We've got 18. We've got 18 votes. 9. We've got about 5 people who want to talk about it. Ali. So there you go. If you want to call in, you can. Okay. So, and let's do day trader of the day. Right. Okay, we'll do day trader of the day. We'll have a phone call, and then I've got a big favour to ask of everybody. And if you're all my mates here, I'll buy you a beer when we all meet in New York later this summer. Okay, so here we go. Let's bring everybody up to date. If you see a commercial break, skip it and come right back to me. Okay, here we go. Okay. So happy about that. Okay. Go to your main portfolio. Virgin Orbit is set to buy at 44. Go to your main portfolio and let's see. 8 hours of streaming music, Lucas, today. Hey, well, I'm going to show you in a second. Right? Here we go. So put your scores here down. I'm down today 1.62%. Very happy with that. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Got 2 shares of J&J. All-time low. Get in. One of the best companies in the world. Most reliable, with Coca-Cola, the most reliable dividend you can buy. Solid company. Ain't going nowhere. Just give that time. And that will be 2 years from now. 2 years from now. That'll be over $10,000 there. And I've got the same amount in my... I'll have about $16,000 worth of Johnson & Johnson in about 2 years. Maybe less than that, maybe a year. So, here we go. 1 minute on the clock. Down 1.62. Ali Tisro is up 5%. Down 2.09. Ali Tisro's winning. Super chat twice, but he couldn't say thanks, Mike. I can't get Robinhood. I'm in UK. I'm off. Super chat twice. I did thank you. Whoa. Hang on. Super chat twice, but he couldn't say thanks, Mike. I can't get Robinhood. Fortnite chilled. I did say thank you twice, and I played you the super chat thanks. Fortnites. I hope he hasn't gone. Did he miss that? That's the last thing I want to do is upset one of my viewers here. Fortnite. No, he's still here. Fortnite. Fortnite. I did thank you twice, and I really did. And I said I would invest the money and all that stuff. And I hope he saw that. He's not gone, is he? Maybe he missed what I was saying. Maybe give him another firework. I hope not. No, he's still in the chat. Are you here? He's still here, yeah. Fortnite. I made a big deal out of it, didn't I? I never miss a super chat. Hope he comes back. I hate stuff like that. I'm watching to see if he comes back. He's still in the chat. I don't get it. Down 2.45, says Stephen Lewandowski. Down 17%, says Crag. Didn't say thank you. I always say thank you. It's hard-earned money, mate. Massive to me, that is. That's more than I earn in the show every day. So I really did appreciate it. 2.65. Down 2%. So Ali Tisro is the winner. Ali Tisro is the winner. So thank you for your honest trades. I think I've lost him. I don't know where he's gone. Congratulations, Ali. Oh, so bloody annoying. I think he's gone. Give him a thumbs up for congratulations for that, mate. Nice one indeed. Anyway. That's going to worry me now all bloody night. I gave you a super chat once and you told me to buy a mug. Yeah, you could have just used the super chat to buy a mug, you know what I mean? Fortnite Chills is still here. I'm talking to you. Please come back. Okay. I've got a nice mug, Andrew. Anyway, I can't do nothing about it, can I? So we've done day trade of the day. Congratulations, Ali. You win today. Absolutely awesome. I forget what I was going to say now because I'm completely confused. Anyway, we've covered everything. Oh, hang on. I've just got a notification here. Oh, that's just an order. Hang on a minute. There's my order come through. When I get paid next week, I get my bonus. I will buy you a mug, Andrew. Oh, I'm so flipping frustrated. Anyway, there's nothing I can do about it. He's in the chat. I don't know why he's... Anyway, I don't know what to say. Craig, do you keep it in a safe or at the bank? What, the mug? The mug should be in the safe. Anyway. Right. That's it. We've got no more buy. We've got all the buy orders lined up. We've got a new buy order for J&J at 149. 58, we're trying to get 44 cents. Tesla, 150. Yeah. He's winding me up. He's probably, okay. Is he in the chat? He's in the chat ignoring me, isn't he? He sat there laughing, thinking it's bloody funny. He sat there thinking it's funny. Hey, Fortnite Chills, are you still here? He is. He's still here. He's still in the bloody chat, look. He's just not saying anything. Oh, my gosh. People wind me up so easy. Right, okay. Come back, come back. Honestly, it will stress me out. It will stress me out. OCD, all that. Stress me out all night long. I'll be thinking, bloody hell, what happened there? Anyway. I can't believe we've still got 52. So what we're going to do, very quickly, for those of you that are interested, Ali Tisro can't call in, obviously. He's at work or wherever he is. He can't call in. But basically what we do, we have a crypto challenge. And I don't need to know about crypto. Ali takes care of it for me. I just surround myself by great people. Here is my crypto challenge. Now I am on the 1,000. I'm on the 1,000 to $10,000 challenge. We also have a $7,000 to $100,000 challenge. Let me share with you what it looks like. Here is $1,000 that I've got in Coinbase, and as you can see, I'm at 1,097.46. These are my assets. I can share these assets with you because we shared them yesterday. Ali will tell me what to buy, when to buy it, what prices, and so on. I don't have to even think about it. All right, I don't even have to think about it. This is my position now. I'm up $100 with 10%. Bearing in mind, I'm only investing $300 of my money because 700 of it is sitting in USD earning 4%. So that is really, really good. Okay. And these are the assets that we own. XRP, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Litecoin. Let me show you the rest of them. Andrew, you better thank me or I'll bugger off. I'm not thanking you. You're a fellow Cornishman. You're just taking the out of me. I know what's going on here. USD, XRP, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Multiverse, Flow. These are all the ones that we buy and hold. And, okay, we've got some free ones at the bottom. They don't count, all right? They're not Ali Tisro's. And so if you'd like to access that information and you'd like to see that information, I'm going to show you how you can get it. So you can know what crypto we're going to buy before we buy it. So you know exactly what's going on, right? What I'm going to do now is... There's a joke going on here somewhere, isn't there? So I'm determined to do my celebration now for Andrew Grady, who just gave me a wonderful tip. Here we go. Here's my super chat. Bloody hell. I can't miss out now, can I? I'm just making the point, by the way, that people tip Meet Kevin all the time. And he's a multi-millionaire. He doesn't need the money. I live on the super chats. Just making the point. Go bugger off, Ali. Andrew Grady. There you go. There you go. Thank you ever so much, Andrew. Thanks ever so much for that. Appreciate it a lot. Right, we've come to the end of the show. We've got to get out of here. I appreciate that very much indeed. That was a bit of a delay. Look at that, like 20 minutes later. 20 minutes later. Right, okay. We're playing the music now. So, if you'd like to know how you can get that information for Ali Tisro's challenge, the crypto challenge, okay? Where are you? Are you my friend? Something going on. There's something going on. Anyway, here is how you get all that information. It's on Ali Tisro's server. It's also on mine. So here is my Discord link. And if you go down to the left-hand side, you can see Ali Tisro's tips. And you can see exactly what he's doing. Now, it's a premium service. Ali will work for you, do charts for you, and everything else. He will provide that information. Let me just check. Leah? Are they on the way yet? Not yet. I've got the air conditioning bloke coming in a minute, so I've got to end my show in a sec. There's Discord. Now, if you want to see Ali Tisro's tips, you need to be a member of my channel. But if you if you are a member of mine, then basically you get my membership virtually free with a discount that you're going to get from Ali Tisro's server. Okay? Should you decide, actually, you'd prefer just to go directly with Ali and you don't want to be a member of mine, and that's absolutely fine. You can, but you'll pay full price. So it's worth being a member of mine. But I'm going to give you Ali Tisro's link right now. For some reason, I've just lost it. I've got so many links here now. Let me just scroll down. I need to tidy up my links. I keep adding more. Here we go. Here's Ali's server, and he'll do all the charts, and analyze everything for you and help you. There is the Ali's server there. So you can go two ways, through me and get a lifetime discount, or you can, because my members always get the best deal at everything. That's just the way we do things, okay? Or you can pay full price and do it with Ali directly. It's entirely up to you, but you see the same thing. Okay, and I'm putting my money in it. I'm actually spending my money on it. I believe in it. So it's not financial advice, just telling you now, but it's what we're doing with our money. Okay, let's have a quick look at that. We've done Day Trader of the Day. We've done Ali Tisro's challenge. Let's look at the heat map. Oh, there it is. Every single thing has gone red, apart from Nvidia and AMD. What's that noise? Sounds like a fan. Oh yeah, here we go. Taking no notice of you now. I don't know where Fortnite Chills has gone. I don't know if it's the joke of the day or something. We had this with Ali Tisro once. Jokes like that aren't good for me because I believe what people tell me, and it upsets me. So Fortnite Chills, if you are here, come on in, mate. Because I'm really sorry if I got it wrong, and I don't know. Anyway, Virgin Galactic, it's coming up in the after hours. Virgin Orbit, it's gone down 3% in the after hours. I got a buy at 44. I'm forgetting it now. Fortnite and Ali just kidding around. Hope remember way back. Fingers crossed, hope remember way back. What does that mean? I ain't got a clue what that means. Right, we're done. So, just before we go, I've got to get out of here. We are back here. I can't believe it. We've got 52 people staying with me right to the very end. Absolutely fantastic. That's our best result. 52 at the end of the day. Thank you very, very much indeed. There's the video, Lost and Won, if you wanted to check that out. This is it. If you wanted to see my story of how I put all this together, there is the video. Check it out. Now, what I wanted to do right now at the end of the show, let me just close this a minute. Let me clear this a minute. Okay. We're going to finish up with this. For those of you that are new tonight, I see we have a lot of new people. This is my music channel. I was actually voted as the World Piano Man by Elton John. This is my music channel, and you see me do all these videos and these songs with different things. However, over the last year, I've been focused on the channel, and I've neglected my music channel. And today was the magic day. Finally, all my hours have dropped off, and I need to get back up to 4,000 watch hours. I'm now at 2,500. I'm not going to go any lower because all the hours have now dropped off. They dropped off today, and we've got to get back to 4,000 hours by the end of the month. Otherwise, I'll be demonetized. And the good news is now it's all dropped off. It's all upwards. We've hit bottom. In other words, we've hit bottom on my music channel. So please go to my music channel. I've given you the link there in the chat. Go to a playlist. Click any playlist. It doesn't matter. Click one with more than one video. Click play all. And when you click play all, in the top right hand corner, there's a loop. You can mute it, let it run in the background while you're watching my show. And hope if everyone does it, we could get my 4,000 hours back by tomorrow. In reality, there'll be 3 or 4 of you who does it, and that's fine. And that's fine. But hopefully we'll get there within a week. And finally, it'll be done. And then I can just release a video, 2 or 3 a week, and I'll be good. So there you go. There's the loop button. Can you see it there? Look, right there. You click the loop button just there. See it on the screen and let it loop in the background. And unfortunately, it doesn't work if I do it, obviously. It has to be from a different IP address. That's it. Right. Ali, there you go. Robert, do I go to Discord to get your tips and tricks? Let me share with you the Discord. Ali's just helped you as well. He's just giving you the Discord. This is Discord. This is what it is. Sorry, I'm muted. Don't know how that happened. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for letting me know. I will welcome you in here. I was muted for a moment. Sorry about that. Come into the Discord channel. I will mute you. I will welcome you here and upgrade you. All right. Sorry that I was muted for a second there. Apologize. Okay. That's it. We're done. I'm out of here. Thank you ever so much, everybody that has been watching the music today. Hopefully it'll be done within a few days and we'll be good. Thank you again. All right. I'm going to roll the credits now. And we're going to get out of here. I'll see you all back in the morning. And there we go. Look at all this stuff tonight. Loads of good stuff. I'm just trying to bring up the screen. My computer's running a bit slow now. It's been on all day. I've been going like 12 hours a day. I was in here at 5 o'clock this morning, so it's nearly 12 hours. So anyway, the computer's getting a bit hot and we're on fire. Not your Discord, Martin. You were talking about my tips and tricks. Thanks, and it's live, so it happens. Robert, yes, it happens sometimes. I've been I've been live 12 hours today and my computer's going a bit slow now. Anyway. That's it from me. I will see you all back. I'm just trying to bring up this a minute. Every time you say Roth or IRA or whatever, it is your need to get paid 0.25 every time you speak those words. Every time you say Roth or IRA or whatever, It is you need to get paid 0.25 cents every time you speak those words. I have no idea what that means. I don't get paid to say Roth IRA. No one pays me money to say Roth IRA. I have no idea what that means. All right. Okay. That's it from me. I'll see you all back in the morning. Thanks ever so much. Stars of our show. I want to say thank you. I don't know why that isn't happening. Computer's going a bit slow, never mind. Super chats, Miss Traders, Swangan77, Paul B, Fortnite Chills, Andrew Grady, subscribers, Zek22 and Drock39. There you go, it's working now. Sorry I missed the fun. What the heck happened with space? It went down like I said it would, and I bought more on the way down, like I said I would, and I've just bought my all-time low for J&J, like I said I would, and everything sold off, like I said it would. It's no surprise at all, Pete Barker. Everything is as it should be. The markets are overheating. The stocks are overpriced. Virgin Orbit is more than likely going bankrupt. It's just the way it is. 8 hours streaming your music today. My heads. Yeah, thank you. I'm not going to read that out, Andrew. Thank you ever so much. See you all back in the morning. Thanks a lot. Until we meet again tomorrow. Thank you, and take care of yourselves.